and gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing on this nice Tuesday evening? Sun is shining, 90 degrees today. Scorcher, beautiful weather. In Michigan, we get a few of those in our summer, so it's kind of nice to be out in that weather. So how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a good day. I want to announce, big announcement. Plinko and Drop Game are working. I'm using my new computer. My new computer came over the weekend. I don't have all the other stuff added up in around the Twitch stream yet, but Plinko and Drop Game are working. You can have fun with them, and play with them in chat. So this will bring everybody in. We already have some people hanging out in the background. Hey Matt, how are you? You're muted.
Hey, how's everybody? I wish you all good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are.
Matt was talking to himself.
Oh, I know.
Sometimes you have to do that to have good conversation, right?
I know. I can't get good conversation out of you, so.
Oh, I'm going to kick you back out again. Hey, Jerry, how is that?
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Jerry with 3DHP, and how are you doing, everybody? He's got his computer fixed. It's going. It's working. I've got a neutron cube. I've got a vape pen. What's going on?
Obviously, Jerry did not take his medication.
Or too much caffeine, too much
coffee for Jerry, I think. Yeah, a little bit too much coffee for Jerry. So how's life, guys?
Doing good.
Yeah, doing all right. Last 3 days was a little bit crappy for me, but a little bit worried about my dog. Created some lithophanes, of course. And actually, I can stack him up now as high as I want, and I want to put a fluorescent tube inside. So I want to get maybe like a 3 feet fluorescent tube, and then
you can get the LED fluorescent tubes.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, because an already fluorescent will flicker, an LED fluorescent won't.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Jerry, what do you got in your hands there? Show us.
That's a neutron cube that I printed on the Anycubic Cobra.
Thing, right?
Yeah, the Cobra, and this is printed in Ziltech Army Green PLA. I forgot to mention the video that I did that I also used Polymakers when I printed out the little bird whistle. Let's see, do I got water in it? Little bird whistle. You put water in them, you pulsate your lips, suck in and out. Anyway.
I will leave that part alone.
Yeah. What else did I do? This is also my box spring. I've got a box. And if you smoke, you can put anything in here. So it's nice. Green. Herbs, pens, whatever.
Cool.
So that's about it. Yeah, the printer works great.
The only thing I've been printing myself is I've been doing. I'm putting up. I had to put up more racks. I had to replace the Repbox filament mounting rack. The plastic on one of the triangle pieces actually snapped. So I've reprinted them in PETG, and I use this nice PETG from IC3D. It's a nice color. Oh, there we go. Drop is working. Cool. See? Drop is functioning. You'd be amazed when you
Who is that? Hurry, tell me who's that in the picture dancing, you know?
Wreck-It Ralph, is it?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Okay, I didn't see it close enough. So I've gone from using this to using, which is an old i5 with 12 gigs of memory. It works. To a Dell XPS Dimension workstation with 32 gigs of memory, 3070 video card, an i9 processor.
When you get a decent CNC, there's a laptop right there to run it. Keep it with it separate.
Correct. That is correct. No, but I'll probably run more and more off Raspberry Pis. I can run a CNC off a Raspberry Pi. It's only sending G code. Use Universal G code sender or something like that. It'll run fine. So I mean, I got a couple of these printed. I used to have on a 6-foot length. I used to only have bracket on each end. Now I'm going to put a bracket in the center as well to give it extra support.
Did you say hi to all the chat people?
I did not. I'm sorry. I'm very guilty of that. I'm sorry. So let's see who's out there. Louise. Well, we were chatting with Louise a while ago before we came online. Hey, Sergio. How's life? I know you're there, Jerry. I'm not going to bring you up. Hey,
I'm waving to the people you're saying to chat to.
Sebastian, how are you? Everyone is starting an anniversary stream in I have to hurry. Okay. Well, that's fine. If you have to go there, you have to go there. I have no problem with people going over there. Hey, non-fam, how's life? We have Sergio saying hi to non-fam. That's it. Cool. So, thank you all for hanging out with me again tonight. We're going to just do our normal hangout. Now, I will say, I don't know if I'm going to go 3 hours tonight because I haven't slept since yesterday morning at 5 a.m. I got up at 5 a.m. yesterday morning like I normally do. I did my day's work, did my normal stuff. Was going to look out for the meteor shower last night, so I went out for that. And that was at 1 a.m. Finished at about 2. And when I realized it was 2 a.m. in the morning, I said, well, there's no point going to sleep because my wife and son were getting up at 3 to head out, or 3 or 3:30 to head off on a trip, which they're gone. They actually have arrived already. So I ended up doing cooking breakfast for them. So when they woke up, they had breakfast, brought them to the airport, came home, worked. So I'm a little bit tired. A little bit tired. So let's see. Mavor. Hey, how are you? Oh, I can start now. Thank you so much for your permission. That really means a lot to me. Thank you. So I'm going to be adding more stuff. Let's see here. I slept 3 hours. Then my parents called in the morning because they had questions with their car. Okay. Yeah. Well, I no longer have my parents, so I don't have that. And I'm other than my immediate family that lives in this house, I don't have any family here in the States. So, you're good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. So, what projects are you all working on? I'm going to get it done. I'm going to realize where I am right now as well. The table I'm on right now. This table is going to get pushed back further. My son's VR stuff is over here. He's with his computer. So on this table you see in the back corner over here. So I'm going to move this back out of the way to make more space for him, and shift it over. So there was, over the next week or so, you're going to see some changes going on a little bit, not much, but a little bit. I want to reorganize some stuff to make space for him because he's got his VR set. It's what kit did he get again?
Hey, Liam.
Yes, sir.
Your other video card and computer you used in there before was part of your problem because you always look kind of cloudy-ish, and now you look clear.
That's because the sun is shining. There's no clouds in the sky.
Well, no, you always look kind of cloudy.
I know. The video card was crap. It was crap.
Yeah, it helped a lot. Slim Pickens, what's going on?
Hey, Slim Pickens. Slim Pickens got the laser. You haven't assembled it yet, but I know you got the laser. Let me check. Oh, he's got the valve. That's what he got. He got the valve. Is what he got.
I want to get the laser. I want to get the Death Star laser.
The resin printer beeped. Well, that's always important. Make sure you take care of it. So, yeah.
Oh, man. Your big day is coming up soon. I got music for you. I don't know if anybody can hear it, but I'll try it.
Nice and loud.
Not sure if you guys can hear that.
Oh, you finished it. You
can hear it.
I don't know why it's so low.
Put your microphone in front of it.
Yeah, it should be piping in.
Yeah.
That's still messed up.
That's all about Matt.
Thank you for the support, guys.
In 2 weeks' time, Matt is no, I was going to say hanging himself. That's not the right word. Getting married. Same difference. And
that's brutal. That's brutal.
Yeah, it is brutal. It's. I think
it might be the greatest. It might be the greatest thing ever. Or you might have a dog leash around your neck for the rest of your life. So you never know. Time will tell.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I had most. I try to keep it most.
Trust me, I'm not the one.
So I will say one thing, Matt. Let's practice. Nod your head like this and say yes, dear. Come on, practice. We're getting you ready. Nod your head and say yes, dear. Come on, it's a struggle. I know. And then you say, and then the next one you have to remember, whatever you say, dear, while nodding again. Come on, practice. You need to practice these.
Yeah,
You only
no.
got 2 weeks to get
No. It's not that bad. Trust me.
I know. I think, but I really believe, I think you should get married. I think I don't know why you should be single and happy. So I think you should get married.
Yeah, get one of the sufferings.
Well, yeah, you're about to experience the third ring. So the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the suffering, right? So, no, in all fairness, marriage is not that bad. It's worse.
Yeah.
I can go on with these for hours. I won't. You know we're only joking with you. We know that we know Louise. Louise is really nice. We're still trying to figure out why she's putting up with you, but yeah, Louise is really nice.
Yeah.
Jerry's been really quiet.
I can't wait, actually. I can't wait. So I will see. Will be a big day, and I have a day, day before, we're gonna hang out. James and a few other people. Mike gonna be there.
Okay.
Carl gonna be there. Carl Fenton.
Okay,
So,
Carl Fenton. Okay.
yeah, and a few other people. They're all gonna show up, and
so it's going to be a maker wedding, is what it's going to be, Jerry.
no,
We're up with our 3D printers. So in the middle of all our tables, while they're eating dinner, the printers will be printing.
Mike, hey, tripod.
Hey, John,
Matt's going to have some lithophanes in his pocket. He's going to get up there and start showing the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm not that bad with lithophanes. I mean, this is what I do, and I'd like to promote it, but I don't promote it in public really much.
Last Friday, I got put to sleep, and when they got done, I never got a box of chocolates or flowers, but that's out of the way, so.
Did they take you out for dinner?
No, they didn't do that either.
Oh.
So. Yeah, when I went in for stuff like that, I always make fun of the doctor during it. I'll say, "You're putting your hand where, and you haven't even got me dinner yet."
Yeah, I asked them for a CD, and they gave me pictures, and I looked at the pictures that are in color. Like, no, I don't want to look at this.
So we know which direction the tube went. Did they find any brains in there?
Yeah, I asked him if he found my car keys I lost, and he got a laugh at that. He said, "Well, they look like."
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I always do it when I'm doing something like that with a doctor. I think part of it is probably to get over our own fears or anxieties, whatever it is, or what are the procedures. But I just like to have fun with them as well. I just like to mess around with them. I am not backing it. No.
If I had the money, I would back it. I like it. I'd love to review it, but I'm too small of a channel, obviously. And yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, so. It looks like a good machine. Time will tell. But hey, Vincent. So the link I just posted, Vincent, if you want to come join. And thank you, John.
Vince, run. You still can run. Don't come in.
No. See, it's 2 weeks.
Save yourself.
It's 2 weeks to Matt getting married, so we all have to come in and join in, and give Matt a hard time, because we have this weekend, next weekend. After that, he'll be a married man. Then we have to go. Then we have to go around and ask permission from Louise to give him a hard time every time. So this week and next week are our last opportunity to do it without asking permission from Louise. Oh hell no, run!
Nope.
You can come in and join it. Come in and let's give Matt a hard time, because it's only 2 weeks to go. We don't have many opportunities to do that. Oh, sorry. Let me paste it again. There's the link again. If anybody wants to come in and join and congratulate or commiserate with Matt, please feel free to do so. We'll turn because Matt is bringing so many makers. So there's so many makers going to his wedding. James, his best man, has a channel.
They're all going to buy him filament. They're going to get home and open up all these boxes. They're going to have nozzles and filament.
Yeah.
He's like, "Where's the coffee pot at? Come on."
Half his wedding presents are going to be spools of filament and printers and.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
No, it's not going to be that bad. No.
Did he get a tuxedo? No, he's 3D printing one. You know this is coming, right? You knew something like this was coming.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so, good that you know. The Plinko is working. The drop game is working in chat if you want to play around with those.
Yeah, everybody, let's do a drop. Everybody's over on Twitch, and if you're on YouTube, you can't do it, obviously.
Yeah. You have rights, sir. You can queue it if you want to.
This should
Well,
just start running.
Vincent is a drop, so. Oh, Vincent is heading right for the pool.
I didn't hear it make any noise though.
Oh, that's weird. Let me see if the audio.
Normally, it makes a noise when it runs.
Yeah, and the audio is on.
Okay.
Let me
Go to its page. You might have the mod.
Just get kicked out by Jerry.
Control audio via OBS. That's in. Yep, it's already in there.
On the Plink game itself, that page. Is there a setting for audio? Every time I run the stream, I have the games open in the background on a tab.
I have it open in the background.
Okay. Yeah, look at that page. You might have an audio button on it.
Yeah, background, high drop, sound, score, enable via drop via chat. There's no audio option. It looks okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, at least it's playing.
We'll figure it out sometime.
Yeah, I'll work on it. At least it's working now. At least it's playing right now, right? We didn't have it until recently. I'm here and here. Sergio is doing double duty. He's actually
excellent.
Showing thank you, Sergio. So, come on, guys. We have to give encouragement to Matt with his pending wedding. Sergio, you're a man with years of experience. You can actually come in here and give Matt sage advice.
Welcome to the end of your life.
That sounded like Dracula the way you said it. Oh, that's funny. Come on, John. You should come in and give him a good send off, right? We can't be over there in the UK with him when he gets married.
Well, let's don't bag him too hard because if for some reason he ever changed his mind, his other half is going to come after us. She'll fly over here and find us. So
no, Louise won't do that. Louise won't do that. No, I don't think so.
She's a trained assassin.
Yeah, could be.
Hey, Matt, you're about to find out.
You never know.
No, I'm on a safe list.
Sergio, you're married 40 years? Well, when I jokingly speak and talk to my wife and people ask how long we're married, we're not married very, very long. We're married about 16, going on 17 years. And,
He's still only at own bone marrow.
and I jokingly say, like we're married for 17 years. If I kill somebody, I'd be out in good behavior by now. Just like you, Sergio. Yeah, but it's kind of funny. So yeah, wow, Matt, 2 weeks of freedom left.
You guys make it sound like terrible. I mean, come on.
Drums, please.
I never been married, okay? So I don't know how it is.
In all fairness, it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
So
I understand myself really well.
You'll be constantly reminded that it's not that bad. So that's okay. You'll make sure you're told on a regular basis it's not as bad as you think it is. And how lucky you are.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
You're missing the point of the joke, but okay.
Has Louise been married before?
No comment?
Okay. Is he still alive?
Hey, Betty.
All right.
I know where Jerry's going with this.
Matt's thinking about it. Wait a minute. I don't know.
Actually, Betty, you need to come online and jump on here with us, right? Because
Betty Boop.
we're giving
Betty Boop.
we're passing on sage advice to Matt because Matt is getting married in 2 weeks, and Louise is listening in the background, and she knows we're going to give him a hard time because that's what friends do, right? So you need to come on and actually and offer a lady's perspective on how great or not so marriage is, right? So come on, let's give him a hard time. So we've already talked about the 3 rings of marriage, right? We've discussed what?
You hear that?
Yeah, the death march.
March.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is I need to ping James that on the
What?
sole of the Matt's shoes we're going to ride.
That's not right, Liam. Why are you playing something like that?
Well, with me, it'd be a totally different one. I'd be playing something like Highway to Hell or something along those.
Yeah, like 8 seconds of it. Yeah.
So we're going to have to ping James because James is going to be the best man, and we're going to get James to help me on these sort of issues. And I think we also have to turn around and so he hasn't got his tuxedo yet, so I think he's going to 3D print his tuxedo. So any other sage advice, Vincent? You've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt and worn it.
You want to make it memorable, do something totally off the wall right in the middle of it. When you're
he has something planned. He has something planned because he has a joke with Louise's father that we're joking and say that what he said what you want for her. He says, "Give me 100 sheep and some land."
No, 50 sheep. Don't make it higher than what it is.
Otherwise, he has to print another 50.
I'm ready to pay 100 sheep for her, but
when the minister or pastor or whoever does the service for you says, "Do you take this woman?" Blah blah blah, and you're getting ready to speak, turn around and start to run, and then turn back around and say, "Yeah."
No, do something funnier. Do something funnier. That would be good. Or turn around to Louise and say, "What? How should I answer?"
Yeah, really.
Matt's like,
it's not on the page.
Like, I'm out of here.
Look at your arm. It's not. What do I erase that part? What do I say next?
Don't let them scare you. We're not trying to scare them. We're just having a bit of fun because it's only 2 weeks away. So we might as well have fun with him because after 2 weeks' time, when he actually does get married, they call marriage tying the knot for a reason. But yeah, let's not go there. But we have in 2 weeks' time we have to ask Louise's permission every single time to about what Matt's so allowed to do. So we have to make fun of him now while we can.
No. Don't start something.
Peace. So that's what we'll do in 3 weeks' time, Jerry. When we have the next hangout, if Louise is around, we'll have to ask permission for everything from Matt. So she'll have to be on the chat with us. Yeah.
Here's a picture when I married Brandy. I'll share a screen.
Sure. Just so you know, guys, we're all just making fun of me.
There we go. There you go.
Oh, so sweet. So, Brandy, since you're in chat,
she paid me $200 to smile in that picture.
No way. I don't believe that.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. So, since Brandy, since you're in chat, how long has it been, Jerry?
For what?
That you've been married?
Oh, I thought you meant since we had sex. I don't know, 10, 11 years? I don't know. How long have we been married, Brandy?
You're such a liar. 12 years.
12 years? Okay, I was close. 10, 11.
So you consider yourself already?
No, so the question is, how many of those are regrets?
Dum what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Jerry, quickly change topic.
He's like,
yeah, I joke around with my wife. Like, I like sour, bitter foods, sometimes. And I jokingly say that's why I married her.
Who played the cricket sounds? I heard cricket sounds.
I don't know where that's coming from.
Oh, I think Matt did it.
14 years. Wow. You'd be out by now in good behavior if you killed him.
She's been married. I'm her third husband, and I've been married twice. So hopefully my next one will be better than the first two. We'll see how it goes.
Oh,
you're going to get slapped upside the head.
Let's start a
Kickstarter
project.
No, we can't do that on Twitch. That might be considered, it ain't my stream anyway. It's your stream.
And you're on your second marriage for 14 years. Okay, cool. So that's what you have to look forward to, Matt.
Like, it only can go good or it can go bad. So 50-50.
50-50.
I think it's more like 99% good and 1%
Hey, Liz, how are you?
Lopez, Liz.
No, and the third time's a charm unless they don't point.
Paint your Betty Boop.
Yeah, I don't understand what the end of that means. Well, I agree.
I got a Betty Boop statue for Brandy. I've never painted. I actually got 2 of them, but one of them is right here. That's what she's talking about. Ta-da!
So we set you a challenge to get it painted, Jerry?
I'm working on Master Chief right now. And then she's leaving the 15th to go to Florida. And I've got a little witch for her mother. It's a self-portrait on a broom. And I got to finish that up. It's not completely painted. It's her mom on the broom going to be flying across the... She'll put it in the suitcase, take it back there, fly back there.
You're just here to cause trouble, Liz? You're always...
With bird whistle. I got that off of, what's it called? Printables? Proofs of printers?
Yeah.
These little bird whistles.
You can join them if you want. There's a link, guys. So if you want to come in and join, you're welcome to do so. So we're used to troublemakers here. Like the channel.
If you just blow, it does this.
That's still good though.
Sounds good.
Anyway, I'm dripping water everywhere.
Okay, so don't use it near your electronics.
Yeah.
Don't use precious water, use alcohol inside. In Vegas, you have to save water.
Oh, yeah. Here comes trouble.
Hey,
John.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, John.
What's up, guys?
We're going to make it duty. Okay.
Can
So
you
what's happening, John?
Not much.
No? How is that Delta printer?
It's working.
Hey, Pink.
It's going
Hey,
pretty
Pink,
good.
how are you? It's good. Well, so any projects you're working on or anything?
Oh, is it Pink what I heard about wants to get a tattoo of Maker Deck? Was it you?
That's Pink.
Pink 3D. It looks like a Maker Deck logo in this picture.
I forgot about it. No, somebody wants to get a Maker, and also some people put already Maker Deck car stickers on the cars.
Pink 3DP, are you a man or woman? I have no idea.
Oh, she's so Pink said she's going to.
Woman. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if it was a man or woman. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
I don't have any Maker Deck stickers. I'd put them on my car. The
10,000 followers, I think, was it.
All right. My apologies for saying man. I didn't know.
Sorry, what were you saying, Matt?
I think she will get a tattoo when Maker Deck will get 10,000 followers. So then she will get a Maker Deck tattoo. I don't know where, but
Pink is a bit red.
You're getting married, Matt. You'll never know.
Oh yeah, so it is a free for all at Matt because Matt's getting married in 2 weeks. And so it's a free for all. So if anyone has any comments they want to pass forward to any sage advice or misadvice that they want to pass forward to Matt, now is your chance. So we have this week and next week, and every opportunity we get, we're going to remind Matt how lucky he is to get married. So why should he be single and happy? He should be so. Oh my god! Yeah. Okay, so you remember saying it. Okay, cool. So, everyone's welcome to come in and join these hangouts. It's open to everybody. The link, I'll paste it again. I pasted it a while ago, but I'll paste it out there again. There's the link for tonight. If you want to come in and join, there you go.
You can have up to 10 people at any given time on screen.
Yes.
What did everybody do over Memorial Day? Anybody do? You talk about that already?
I know. My Memorial Day was working in the garden. I don't. I didn't grow up here, so it's different. Like these holidays, these American holidays, they're different for me. Here, for Americans, they're a big deal. For me, it's just a day that I don't have to be in. I don't have to be working.
I put up the flag, bought a couple ribeye steaks, threw them on the grill, had some baked potatoes and beans, and that's all me and the wife did.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, and I didn't do that because my wife was getting ready to ship to leave because she left this morning. I drove her to the airport at 4 a.m. this morning.
Wow.
But she arrived about an hour and a half ago. But they left. Their flight was at 6 a.m. this morning. They went out to visit my daughter.
Where's that?
Hawaii.
Oh, I didn't catch that part.
Yeah, my daughter lives in Hawaii, and they went out to visit her out there.
Not bad.
Not bad. But somebody has to take care of the puppies, which is me.
Yeah. My sister lived there for like 7 years, and I never went to visit her because all her kids were like 1 to 7. She has 6.
screaming and yelling, and
Oh.
Yeah. I decided
Oh,
not
no.
to go.
I don't mind that. I don't mind kids like that. See, for me, I'm the type of. I was always the type of uncle that when my brothers and sisters, my older family members had kids like that, young kids, I'd pay them a visit, and I'd get the kids all riled up, and like I'd be playing with them, and get them all wound up, and then I'd leave. And the parents do winding them down.
Same here.
So John, you put up a flag that's now setting off your ring camera. Yeah, well, yeah. Can't you on the ring select a zone that it ignores around the camera around the
I don't have a light on my flags. I take it down at night. I just put it up on holidays. But some people leave them up 24/7, but you have to have them lit that's how you're properly supposed to do it anyway.
Yeah, so I obviously don't have a flag up, but I'm not from this country.
Doesn't matter. You're an American. You live here, so
You're here now.
I'm here now. Yeah, but I don't even have an American passport. My passport is Irish. I don't think that'll ever change.
just like if you were Mexican American and you had a Mexican flag and American flag, you have to have the American flag on top. If you have the Mexican flag above the American, then there's going to be problems with you and the city, the neighbors, everybody. So you got to have the American flag up first.
The only place you can do the other way around is if you're in Texas, where you put the Texas flag above the American one. They do.
I don't think so.
I've seen it down there. I've seen it the other way around. I actually saw it in a hotel the other way around. The center flag, which is the tallest post, had the Texas flag, and then the American flag was on the lower post.
Wow.
Yeah. I've seen it down there.
Never noticed. I've been down there before.
I probably should have cut out my comment in my video about the Anycubic Cobra that the fan is a little loud. It's not that bad. I should, if you think it's too loud, then find a different hobby. This hobby's not for you because machines make noise.
You do. And you can quieten them.
A fan moves there, it makes noise. I was going to go on to talk about my skill saw being 1,000 times louder, but that's
well. You
really like
quieten
that
them.
machine, huh, Jerry?
Sorry, go ahead, John.
You really like that machine, huh?
Yes, nice. Yeah.
You can quieten them down. The problem is the CFM may not be high enough. You need to move enough air to cool stuff. So whatever you replace it with, it needs to be replaced with the right voltage and enough that or greater CFM. And you're going to get some noise because you're moving air. There's no way around that because air.
It was sent to me free to review, John. But I do feel it's a decent little printer. I don't have an issue with it. Does not have a filament runout sensor. Doesn't have dual lead screws, but it didn't seem to affect what I printed so far. So
which printer is that?
The Cobra, Anycubic Cobra, they just came out with.
I saw some video. I didn't see it all, Jerry.
The size of an Ender 3.
Oh, well, then you don't need dual Z on something that small.
It's a direct drive.
Yeah,
it's a direct drive.
Yeah, but still,
it's a short distance. So
yeah, and again, you something that's small, you don't need a dual Z. Like when you go 300 and above, or above, so 300 around 300 and then bigger, you definitely need a dual Z. But you don't need an Ender 3 is too small.
I got an Max, and it doesn't have dual Z, and it seems fine.
My Crea C does have dual Z. I'm just looking at it. Yeah, it does have dual Z, and that's a big bed. But
John, you have the Cobra Max?
An Under Max?
Oh, and the Max. No, I'm thinking. I don't know what printer I'm getting, but it's gonna be a surprise, I guess. Maybe a Mac or Cobra. What was the other one called again?
What game is working, guys? Use it.
The new one was just coming out on the 7th.
Oh yeah.
What's it called? Oh, it's on my lips and I can't say it. Anybody in
Jerry's
chat
coming
can
in.
help me?
Fast. What? Which one, Matt?
The Cobra Max is out already. So now they're coming out with the Cobra L, I think something.
29.48, Jerry.
Yay!
That's twice tonight you've landed in the pool. What we need is Steven here. Steven Pool always lands in the pool when he's on when he does it. Yeah, Plinko is working as well.
You throw some Astro Bucks out there for people?
This should already out there, but if there's not, I can always throw some. Just give me a second. I haven't done this in so long.
Phoenix Call. Hello, how you doing?
Phoenix Call, yeah.
Phoenix?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cobra Plus.
Again, I haven't done it in so long.
Yeah, Cobra Plus it's called. Oh man. That was a brain fart. One of the two I'm getting. I don't know which one.
Jerry,
So-
isn't it add points all, isn't it?
Bang, add points, space, all, and then space, how many? Like 2,500, 5,000?
Add points is space word.
Yeah, add points is one word, space, all, space, how many? Hit enter, and then it should show that you gave out to X amount of people.
Yeah. I haven't done it because I wasn't able to use it on my stream because my old computer wasn't working.
Let's see.
That's,
Oh, he spelled points wrong. You got an M instead of an N.
oh my gosh! Wow. I do know how to spell, guys.
There we go.
There you go. Sorry. So I got one. Just so you know, I got my new computer. It's an i9 with 32 gigs of memory with a 3070 video card, so it's a good machine. It's fast. I installed on this was my old computer for streaming. Now it'll end up managing a CNC machine or something. But the new one is way faster. Actually, Fusion actually works and performs. It's not like waiting 10 minutes to move something. I don't have that problem anymore. It's excellent. So, a vast difference.
Yeah, I can see it in Cura too, and all the register mechanic, like CAD programs.
Today's topic is we're making fun of. We're giving Matt a hard time because Matt is getting married in 2 weeks' time.
See ya, everybody. Good night.
He's out of there.
No, I'm not out of here yet. No.
So
I actually been doing this, and I'm making this thing I made myself, so I can actually stack them up higher and higher. So I print every time one of them, one of the adapters, and then I can stack one of the cube on top. In each cube, if you look carefully, you can see it's yeah. So I print one lithophane at a time, so people can actually print it by themselves if they can take the same design and then make it very big and put a fluorescent tube in, or like you said earlier on, LED lights inside tube. And yeah, I think it would look nice.
So Phoenix Call, I haven't checked the boot time. It's fast. It boots off a 1 terabyte NVMe built in. And it also has a 1 terabyte eSATA drive as well for storage. So I can actually have 2 terabytes of storage on the machine. Wow. But it boots off an NVMe card. So the NVMe is basically booting out of memory. It's
very
really
nice, man.
Thank you.
Okay, for the laser, I recommend Lightburn. When it comes to doing lasers, I only use Lightburn. Lightburn is really good. You have to pay for it, but it's worth it's worth every penny. It's really good. It's easy enough to use, and there's lots of instructions out there on it. The other one is Laser GRBL or Laser Gerbil, and that's free. But you don't have support. You have to deal with a community to get assistance. And Lightburn is really good. You can actually contact Lightburn and they'll help you if you're having problems with Lightburn. But I use Lightburn. Jerry uses Lightburn. Rich, the LA hobby guy, uses Lightburn. John uses John is in Tripod uses Lightburn. So a lot of people. I think Old Curmudgeon uses Lightburn.
Old C, what's up?
So a lot of us use Lightburn.
Remember that Indian girl I did a while back on my X tool?
Yeah.
And then I said I was going to cut it down. Good. What, Matt?
Oh, I just wanted to say this is basically the original top. So I can put this level away and put this one back on top.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's a regular smaller lamp, but
you'll probably buy Lightburn then.
It's just an idea, you know, what I had.
Yeah, you can get Lightburn and run it free for a month before you have to buy it. And it's worth it now. The way Lightburn works is you buy it and you get updates for a year with that purchase. After a year, if you want to continue to get updates, you pay a yearly subscription for the updates, but you don't have to. You can still keep running the same version and still have access.
Yeah, because they're adding changes all the time, and there's other types of machines coming out, like vinyl cutters and things that Lightburn in the future will be supporting. So
they're actually going to add lasers. They're adding fiber lasers as well. They're planning to add fiber lasers. So let me bring you over to the center. Sorry, Jerry. 1 second. There you go.
I took a propane. I cut it down the top of it. I took a propane torch and burned it, and then I clear coated it. So she looks real good.
That looks really good.
Looks good.
Nice job. Oh heck, that sounds like a way to go. Especially, you do get support with them. You can get support through their groups. You can actually, they're US based, I believe, Lightburners. You can actually call them, and they'll help you. Or you can reach out to them via email, and they'll help you. So they are good. They have a lot of instruction videos out there. Rich, the LA hobby guy, has a lot of instruction videos out there. A lot of Rich's stuff. If you look him up, the Louisiana hobby guy, he has a whole pile of stuff on his YouTube, and it's all about Lightburn instructions. So you should check it out as well. He's really good. Rich often drops in here, and he drops in on Jerry's stream on Saturdays as well.
I'll be right back.
Have I burned a Blu-ray drive that... I have a burned Blu-ray drive that tanked. I'm going to salvage the parts and make... I don't think that has enough power to do burning. The laser is I don't think it's got enough energy to actually do any damage. So you could on a Blu-ray drive, I don't know. The motors, to me, the motors are the most important thing, and you could use them for numerous different projects, you know.
Okay, guys, I'm going off to bed. My medication is kicking my butt.
Okay. All right, Vincent. Have a good one.
All right, Vince. You look very tired. Have a good night.
Thank you for popping in.
Be safe.
The Lightburn is powerful, but it's not a widget type program. It is mostly creativity to get stuff done from scratch. Yeah, but you can bring in any image and process it in there as well. Type of people that use BD laser for something. I don't know. I would say go Google, because I've never used a Blu-ray laser for stuff like that. As I said, I've used the motors out of them, and they're a pain to wire up. But you can use them. But it's really hard to control speeds and stuff on them. It's not really. They're not designed for a lot of things. So like projects that needs more control over stuff. Yeah, I would say go. I'm sure there's groups out there that have done stuff like that. You should go out and do some searching online and find stuff. As I don't use it. I've used the motors out of hard drives. I've used the motors out of. I actually used the actuator on a hard drive to open it. It actually open and close circuits and turn on and off switches and stuff. I've done some of that, but it's not as intuitive as using a stepper or using one of those small, the small motors that we'd use in the RC cars and stuff. Well, go do research before you do anything with it to see if there's something you want. If there's a project you want to use it for. No point in taking something apart if you don't have a use for it. You can just scrap it as a whole piece. Because taking out the components takes time, and it could be lying around there, and then you end up dumping it 6 months later because you have nowhere else to put it. For laser pointers, blue lasers are not great for pointers. Red lasers are good for pointers, and green lasers are good for pointers. Maybe. I would say just do some research online. I haven't done any, so I'm not sure. As I said, I've used the motors in the past. They're not as easy to control, though. The speeds in them are not so easy to control. So what else is everybody else up to?
Well, thinking about what I'm gonna write for my wedding speech.
You haven't done that yet?
Yeah, I'm already pretty far, but I'm not gonna say anything so on here.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like you're already working. You're already working on that, right?
Yeah.
Deeply. What you gotta give a speech for?
For his wedding?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. What are you gonna speech? Serious? You let the best man do the speech, right? That's what you got.
Well, normally
that's the idea.
Normally, the best man does a speech, but also the groom has to say something, or the bride.
Yeah.
I was a wedding photographer. I bet 90% don't do speeches.
I didn't do any kind of a speech. The pastor said what he said, and I said, yeah, I do, and that was into that.
I probably been
I kissed the bridesmaid, and we left.
Yeah, not at the wedding when we get tie the knots. It's when we have the after party. So when we go to the party, and then there we're gonna have a speech.
See, Matt's counting in weeks. Louise is counting in days.
Yeah, it's 18 days right now.
Yeah, see,
no, 17 days. 17 days. Sorry.
In Ireland and in the UK, the way it's done is, the best man would get up and do a speech, and then the groom would say something, and then the bride would say something. That's kind of common for us.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and it's kind of common in Europe, throughout all of Europe, I would say.
Usually it's the best man, the father, and that's about it. Maybe a brother will come up and say some shit, but
yeah,
somebody get drunk enough, they might throw a speech out there.
As one of the ones I was the best man at, I announced.
Yeah, alcoholic parties usually don't work out because somebody gets stupid and blows the whole thing.
No, I had a setup there where I had a lot of guys who were attending. I give them all old keys that we found, and we turned around and said, "Okay, since now that he's married, we want everybody to turn around and turn in all of his exes to turn in the keys to his place." And this big queue would form to drop off keys. and almost always, there was one guy in there, right? And he'd be coming up and he'd start crying and he's act like he's gay. And there's always at least one guy in that long queue of women that had to drop off the keys like into a bowl.
That's bad.
It's funny, and everyone got a laugh out of it. It was so everyone gets the joke. You know, we used to do a lot of stuff like that, and but the one that you're going to do about the sheep and stuff, that'll be funny. I would love to see that. That'll be hilarious. So he's 3D printed sheep. His father-in-law asked for sheep and some land for Louise's hand in marriage. So he's 3D printed sheep, and he's going to give him a jar of dirt. That'll be good. We're doing a shout out for everybody. Cool. Yeah, so I don't mind speeches though. I'm okay at writing them, but I don't mind giving them. Hey, Brett, how are you? Do you want to come in and join? Hey, Chris. So
hello, Brett.
Let me post a link so people can join if you want to. There you go. there is a link if you want to come in and join. You're very welcome to do so. Thought that the dowry was on the father to pay the groom.
Hey, who else in the chat that I didn't do a shout out for? Who'd I miss?
Britt
I did Brett.
and Chris Travis.
Does he stream?
I think he does, yeah.
So what's everybody think of that
I don't think
bamboo
Chris has ever
printer?
streamed. I don't know that Chris has ever streamed on Twitch.
That printer looks interesting. I like
I like the LiDAR.
the
The LiDAR leveling.
That's innovation. I'll give them that. That's the innovation.
I like that. I've been thinking about why somebody hasn't done that for a while.
Well, there is some other guys who have done stuff like it. There is one Chinese guy. He's done a lot of designing his own stuff, and he's designed a way of while the printer is printing. If you're printing along, it automatically senses the distance to the bed, and if you put something underneath the bed and lift the bed up, it will actually adjust and move up and go around and go over and down on the other side.
Who's this?
I have to try and find him. I saw. I have to find his name. I can't remember his name.
Some guy on YouTube. Just some...
He's done some stuff on YouTube, but he's done a lot of designing stuff around 3D printing.
Okay. Yeah, but I thought that was pretty cool, and obviously it's supposed to be fast.
Well, yeah. So Sebastian, a couple of people have gotten big names have gotten their hands on the machine, and they've gotten it printing really fast. I think about 150, 200 millimeters or more, and successfully. So if it's Core XY, you can print really fast because it's a stable.
What printer are we talking about? That new one?
That Bamboo X1. That
X1 Carbon, yeah.
It's the heated chamber Core XY.
The new one.
That's like it's 500 millimeters a second.
Is it 500? Okay, so
yeah, it's really fast.
I don't have one, so I can't.
It's pre-configured. It's pre-configured to run that fast.
Yeah,
that's fantastic
printer too. So I mean,
it runs different,
all the bells and whistles you would want. That doesn't seem that expensive, right?
Kickstarter, $1,000. Kickstarter opened up a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so John is a backer. I know John Tripod has backed it.
Speaking of Tripod's Garage, we have a coffee cup here with the label on both sides, and he streams on YouTube and Twitch. Go follow him. I posted a link in chat for him.
Oh, cool.
I didn't think the Kickstarter started already.
It started already. It started on yesterday, was it?
Oh, yesterday?
I think it was yesterday, or was it today? It's either yesterday or today. I think it was. So it can print really fast. It can do multiple colors. It doesn't. It purges. Sorry, Jerry.
I was just talking on chat.
Oh, it started this morning. Okay, all right. So it was today.
And I don't think it has a heated chamber. I think it's just the heat given off by the bed.
Oh,
so got a big old fan on it.
Well, it's fully enclosed. Yeah.
But $1 million already.
It does purge, but it doesn't purge like doing a purge block. It actually moves the head to the back of the printer,
and it purges out the back.
Drops it's like a little nugget of the purge material out the back, and then comes in and reprints. So it's not consuming your build volume when it for a purge block, which is nice. But you can do that with any printer. What's the adapter that you can print for other printers that does that? What's it called? There is an add-on you can actually 3D print and add it to, and you have to do a bit of building. But if you add it to your printer comes over, parks the head, purges, and then goes back out again. So you can avoid purge blocks. I just can't remember what the name of it is.
Purge bucket?
No, it's different. It creates a little nugget like this does, but it does at the side. I can't remember the name of it. But there is a mod out there that can do that. So it does both purge, block, and cut. Okay. Well, I like the idea of purging and dropping the bug, and instead of doing the purge block on the. If you have a retraction settings and your temperature settings all right, so you don't get stringing, purging at the back and bringing the print out head out to print is fine. You only need it locally if your settings are not good and you need to move straight to the print fast. So you do your purge block and jump straight over and start printing, so there's no ooze time. So if you do the right settings, you don't need that. So I don't know. It looks like an interesting machine. There's other machines out there. There's other new ones coming out there. There's some companies are starting to look at using Clipper. I believe the new FL Sun printer has Clipper built in now.
Yeah, I've seen Modbot's video on this, Brian Bynes, and I watched part of Jim's regarding this printer.
Well, $1,500, and you get that carriage on top for the 4 filaments, right?
Yeah, I believe that's included for the one for 900.
Or on that
With
size cost you around $1,500 to build, and you're not getting multi-color.
Yeah, but yeah. But it is a small. Okay, but let's be honest. It's a small build volume. It looks like a nice machine, and if you're not printing big stuff all the time, then great. If you're printing large stuff, then
I believe it's 256, 256, 256. I believe. Am I correct, John?
Yeah.
That ain't too bad.
So yeah, it's not. It's a shame it's not 300, 300, 300, or 300, 300, 400, but it is what it is. So
yeah. I just got okay.
The Cobra Plus is 300 by 300 by 3.
No, it's not that big. This new machine is not that big. It's smaller than that.
No, the Cobra Plus.
Oh, but they're the different. This is a completely different beast.
Oh,
this one can actually do 4 different colors. It can do.
That's a Cobra right there. I just done a video on.
Yeah.
So what other ones you talking about there, Liam?
Well, I know there's some really big. So Sergio just said it's a 256, 256,
yeah.
256. Okay.
What?
So there's some other big printers coming out later this year. I think it's called a D1, which will be a 600 cube IDEX.
Zach wants to pop in, throw the link out.
Oh yeah, Zach, of course.
We can have up to 10 people on screen, so feel free to jump in, hang out, and
600 by 600. Jeez.
Well, I already have a 5 by 5 by 6, right? So this is only a little bit extra bigger.
I guess an IDEX, though.
But it's an IDEX machine, though. So if you're doing production, it'll be good, right? If you're doing large volumes and stuff. I just posted a link there, Zach, if you want to come in, and anybody else. There are other variations. I think there's going to be more LiDAR ones coming out later this year. There's more and more companies looking at Clipper, so that's going to be that's probably going to become more common. What else is out there? There's some talks about Core XYU, which is Core XY IDEX. So there are talks of some of that out there. Yeah.
Oh, I made it.
How you pull that off?
Is that a 94.71? I can't read it.
It's 5471.
Oh man. Okay.
So a Core XYU is basically set up that you have 2 rows of belts. One row is above the extrusion, one is below. So one set of motors is upright, one set of motors are inverted, and they drive the belt. And one runs one printhead, and the other one's a printhead too.
Oh, it doesn't one printhead carriage getting?
No. On IDEX they don't do that because they share the same X.
Hey Zach, how you doing?
We're
gonna hope I don't echo here. If I do, just tell me and I'll.
No, it's good. It's good.
No, you sound good.
How's life?
Good.
Yeah.
So y'all are talking about the X1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got in on the early bird for the full combo.
Cool.
It looks like a good machine. As I said, only a few people have seen it in person, and they seem to like it. So the LiDAR option is a good idea.
Honestly, I mean, I feel pretty good about it, considering they did what, $2 million in less than an hour.
Yeah,
or something crazy.
$3 million.
And DJI is a well-known, popular company, and I don't think they're going anywhere.
And seeing, especially Jim, I trust Jim's opinion on it. So,
yeah, he seems to like it. Yeah,
they had me sold at welded steel frame. I'm like, sign me up.
But there's other companies that do welded steel frames out there as well. There's a company here in the States. I can't remember their name now. They do it in a kit form, but it's a welded steel frame that they ship you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a good printer.
What's your backer number?
Hold on.
2,576,000.
John is
No,
one.
I got in early. I got in like 160 or something, I think. Let me
good.
double check. I was sitting at work smashing F5 around 11 o'clock today. So
they went to go live at what time? What time did it go live? Just after 11?
11 Eastern.
Okay. Cool. No,
when you look at the Kickstarter page, the main page, it's within the last day, $6.8 million towards creative work. Like almost half of that is just that 3D printer.
that's a
It's
lot.
insane.
Yeah. I got someone.
If a printer ever became mainstream and you just set it and push a button and work, this might be the beginnings of that generation.
Yeah.
Sergio.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey,
How you doing?
Sergio.
let me raise my volume.
5-0's in the house.
What do you guys think about the all those companies coming out with the cloud management system for your printer, so you can just?
I don't like cloud management systems. I don't like I like Creality Cloud and all that. I have
not
a problem
Creality Cloud.
On this printer, you don't have to use that. You can put it on the SD card and pop it straight in the machine.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I think that's the way everything's going for these. That way you can print from anywhere. You don't have to.
Yeah, but there's good and bad in that, right? There's good and bad in that.
I got in right at about 11 and 30 seconds, and I still got number 41.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to figure.
Where
is it? You see what number you were?
About 11, 20 seconds after 11, I started.
But there's the good and the bad about cloud stuff is one.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Well, the ugly is just right here. So
it pushes the whole file to your machine right away.
Well, if you want to run a business, there's a bonus to doing it that way because you can get people to submit jobs, and then you can print it, right? Then you just charge them for the time and the material they use, right? The type of material. If you're doing data that you do not want to make, that you want to be secured, doing it in the cloud is a bad idea because once you put your data out there, it's no longer secure anymore, right?
I don't print anything that I don't care. Everybody can.
I know. You don't care if a bench is secure or not. I understand.
Yeah.
Right. But there's a lot of people who are designing, who are creating new ideas around, and they're using a printer to prototype for it. Having to go through a cloud is a bad idea for them. So it depends.
China might beat you to market by the time you finish it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Markforged do they have cloud printing, and with them, it is secure, but so people can submit a job to your machine if you publish it through Markforged, and you print it and you ship it to them, and Markforged charges them based on what you say it requires to be done and what's a fair price per time and so on, right? You can do that. A lot of the government PPE programs that are 3D printed related do that, use Markforged machines for that reason. So
that's not what I'm really talking about. What I'm talking about is like the mass. I think Jerry.
Some software programs have it built in, like Tinkercad and Mechanical Spark have like a lobby where you click on and you can actually design your part in the thing and then click on there, and then you have a list of companies.
There's other services out there as well, right? There's a lot of 3D services out there. You can submit jobs for
newbies. You get that the cloud, so it's bringing you right through everything. So it's you got the model, then it slices, it sets it up for you, it slices it for you, it does everything, and it takes you step by step, so you can't screw up.
Here's the question on that.
Know anything? And
here's the question on that.
Click a button and the thing prints.
The only way that would really work, and I believe Mike's what's Mike's company called? AutoDrop 3D. the way they work with AutoDrop 3D is you design the settings and you publish the settings. So when someone submits a job, they use your settings. There's no way around it. But there's certain settings you can pre-configure up there, in whatever slicer they use, because they may not have the settings that you're used to. And so there are limitations to what you can do. Now, the only way around that is to have a platform that supports every printer that can do that.
Yeah,
and there's nobody out there that has that right now.
Yeah, there's a couple that are doing that where you just put in the name, you type of your printer, and then from that point on, you just pick a model, pick the printer, hit print, and that's what I'm saying. So like for a beginner, especially with like an auto level where you never have to do anything but just turn the printer on, and it's all leveled, everything for you. That's how you get everybody with like a paper printer, like, right? That's how you get all those.
Yeah. No, I see your point, and it could be the start of it. It could be a start of getting there.
Yeah.
As I said, they've been doing stuff like this in the industry for a long time. Basically, that's how Prusa does all their printing, is a similar system. It goes through, they have a process that goes through and it automatically gets assigned. And when the part is done, is complete, someone takes the part off, says done, that is, or redo, right? And if it's done, it goes into inventory automatically. If it says redo because there's a problem, it actually does. It doesn't go into inventory, and they resubmit the print job again, right? And that's how Prusa operates today for their all the parts they print. You're backer 1854, so yeah, you're a bit back the list.
Yeah, I ended up being 160.
But they've already built these machines, haven't they?
Yes.
Yes.
So they're basically looking for the interest in the market to say we're ready to ship them. We want to sell them out, ship them out in bulk. And they're going to do bulk delivery to each country, and then to be disseminated like that's what most companies do. Unless you're in an unusual spot like Australia or somewhere where they don't do a bulk shipment, they might just do an individual shipment directly to you. But in the US and Europe, it's going to be a bulk in most cases, I'm guessing. But no, I like the idea behind it. I like what it looks like. I think they're probably going to, if it's as successful and if user friendly as it is right now, as they're looking at, long term will mean they should build more and more along those lines, because they're going to sell easier, for larger print volumes and so on.
I wonder how many's in the first batch. Oh, about 400. I figured like 5,000, but
yeah, they've already pre-built 400 machines ready to go.
Wow.
Because they didn't know what it was going to do. They didn't know if it was going to be successful or not. Their make or break point was, if they probably say 300 or 350 machines, that's our make or break. And so if you're in the first, and then after that, then everything else on top of that is additional profit. And if it was that easy to sell, then they're probably starting production on those other machines today.
And meanwhile, look at how many extra they added as the Kickstarter went along.
Yeah, the add-ons, yeah.
Let me see.
So
to begin with, there was only going to be like 2,000 machines on Kickstarter. They blew way past that.
Oh, they're way past that. They're about almost 3,000.
2,400. Let me check my email, because it said in the email how many total machines there were going to be.
It's good. Well, anybody who's in the first 400 will get the machines pretty fast. Everybody else, you have a little bit of a wait.
So far, backers are 2,420.
Good.
And almost at 3 million. 2,926,288.
Okay, so I have in one window here the amount of machines they were going to have to begin with. They filled up the 500 X1 Carbon early bird. So let's see. There was going to be a total of 2,400 units total. And they ended up putting on here. Let's see. I'm going to add them up.
But they'll probably offer it out as a retail product after this. You know, chances are it can sold so well.
That's how Kickstarters work.
Yeah.
It's actually the first Kickstarter I ever wanted to try.
Interesting.
But I can't do this.
Yeah.
It's not in me. I can't do it.
Yeah, they ended up adding an extra 800 units to their Kickstarter.
Cool.
Over what they said they were going to originally.
That's good.
Was that added today?
What's that?
Was that added today?
Yeah, as it went along, and it
I
looked like it was going to fill up, they added more to the Kickstarter.
And then once they build them, they have to test them extensively, I would imagine. Go through a lot of testing and make sure they work properly.
Well, I mean, if they've already got 500 units boxed up on the floor ready to ship, I would imagine that means that they have their production figured out.
Within the first 500, yeah, they fine-tuned it within the first 500.
Yeah. There's no doubt in my mind that they've got production figured out.
Yeah, they do a small one of 50 units, see how it goes, and then do tweaks. Then do another 50 to see if it goes smoothly. Then they'll probably throw in a couple of hundred to see how it goes with a larger batch.
And considering that, I would imagine that the ones that the reviewers got were probably earlier units.
They could have been engineering built machines.
Well, they said it was going to be the same as production.
The same machine, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, but it was same with production. But the engineers probably built them for the reviewers to get them out the door. Quite possibly, that happens sometimes.
So when they sell all the units and they're almost sold out, I would imagine. So then it ends right there, right? They're not going to wait.
No, it has to. It goes until the end.
Oh, it still has to go to the end.
You have to wait till the Kickstarter's over because Kickstarter holds the money until it's done, and only then when it completes and they've met their goal, then the money is actually transferred to the manufacturer.
Yeah, that's true on most things, but I bet they're testing these machines extensively themselves.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying.
So a lot of companies don't. You receive them, they don't work right, and they want feedback.
The other thing too, Liam, is backers aren't actually charged until the end.
Yes, you're not charged until what they do is they take the money off you, they hold it about a week, and then they transfer it to the manufacturers. What they do,
right?
So if you got on the Kickstarter, when would you have to pay? A month from now? How long is it?
Yeah, a month when at the end of the Kickstarter.
When it ends, yeah. Well, or they charge your credit card then.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, that's when they charge your card. Then they don't charge it now. They charge it when once they've reached the goal and in the closing day, on that last day. That's when you all get charged. But it's okay. Kickstarter is.
Yeah, I was sold out that
machine. A lot of people were against Kickstarter, and I understand their hesitation, but most companies, even Kickstarter themselves, they see their platform now as more of an advertising platform and helping people, small companies get started.
So
not
how
just
how do people get burned on Kickstarter? If you don't have to pay until they're ready to ship, you're not going to get billed till then.
No, you get paid. No. They charge your credit card at the last day of Kickstarter. When the Kickstarter closes today at 10 p.m.
June 30th at 11 a.m. Eastern is when it closes.
So once you get charged, if it was a shady company, that's when they take the money and run, and you're screwed.
Yep.
Right.
If it was a shady company, yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Now I know of a few Kickstarters that have disappeared.
Yeah,
shady. They could just maybe not execute.
Well, I know for two for sure that they have gone very quiet, and possibly a third.
DJI is Japanese, right?
No, they're Chinese.
Are they?
Okay. Or I think they're from Hong Kong.
Yeah,
which used to be Japan.
No, Hong Kong was not Japan. Hong Kong was
British.
British.
Bruce Lee, 1973, Enter the Dragon, wasn't it? Japan back then. Hong Kong.
No, Hong Kong's never belonged to Japan that I know of.
Hong Kong was leased to England for 100 years.
Yeah.
And before that, it was British.
Yeah.
British. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was leased to them for 100 years by China. That's what happened.
Yeah, we almost got stuck being part of the British in America, and they said,
Who did the U.S.?
Yeah.
Well, you were under British rule up until
Kicked their butt and sent them home. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Terry, I started playing with my laser again.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna do some time lapses soon. I did a pizza cutter. I put the Marine Corps emblem on it, but I already shipped it out to my brother. So I shipped it out
Not
today.
DJI. It's XD. Yeah, it's XDJI, guys. It's not DJI as a company.
Oh, okay.
So DJI, yeah, the guys left DJI and they started up this company. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I heard somewhere that the parent company of DJI is the same parent company as Bamboo Lab. I know that the same parent company owns Bamboo Lab as Anchor.
Yeah,
So
possibly. It's like Soval, right? Soval have their own engineers, but everything they make and build is done by Creality. Creality do all the production.
I wonder. Hold on.
It's like before when Creality first started, Creality as a company, the top 4 senior management in Creality were ex-JG Maker, right? And then they split off and they started their own company called Creality, and then JG Maker were building all of their machines for them until they got big enough to start to own their own manufacturing, which they do now. And now they OEM for other companies such as Soval. And actually, I learned something interesting.
That you're not as smart as you think you are?
That's true, tripod.
What did he say? Yeah, the CR660, yeah.
Burn me.
Well, literally, try to set fire to your house, right? But there was a stream the other night for Congo. I don't know if anybody saw it. There was a live stream. There was it last night or the night before for Congo. I wasn't on it because it was really late from my time.
Tripod was there, non-fam. I was there for a little bit, not very long.
Did you notice in the upper right corner they had a Soval logo?
I didn't notice.
On their StreamYard or their OBS, whatever they were using, in the upper right corner, the Soval logo was actually up there.
Yeah.
And
So they might be in the same building using the same room. Different companies.
Possibly.
Why else would the logo be there if they weren't somehow connected?
I think there's a lot. Well,
but I didn't see it, so I don't know.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot more interconnectivity there. They might be like Soval. They had their own engineering team. But
all we know is what we're told, so we don't really know what happened. So
yeah, well, I know when the very first CNC machine came out, the Robo, the first ones that were sent out to reviewers, they had Soval GRBL boards in them. Inside on the board, so there's a lot more interaction and interconnectivity between companies than we realize, and that's okay, right? Because if you're doing something with a company and they have they're backed by a really large company like Creality or someone,
we've seen assembly rooms that are putting together a couple hundred printers, but we've never ever got to see them manufacturing everything, a circuit boards right down to the bare bones.
I've seen some.
It's never been shown, but we always see little assembly rooms that are set up. So
yeah, I've seen the Maker Pi tour of their factory, and I saw what they do. I've seen them. I did a hosting of a live stream for Mixware. Remember the guys that did that high temp printer? They did a high temp one, and they also did a small cube with it as well.
Yeah, they're walking around the room. They weren't open yet. It was on like on Sunday or something.
Yeah, and they brought us around, and you could see you could see the solder bats they had there. You could see all of that. So they actually did a tour. Maker Pi did a tour, and we could see their whole setup. Soval haven't. I have never seen Creality do theirs, but I know they have manufacturing. I'm not sure. Lulzbot they buy a lot of their components in. Like their main boards, they buy in their main boards. They don't make them themselves, but they do have huge printer farms where they 3D print the parts for their printers. So they use printers to make printers, right? Lulzbot do. So I know that I've seen their setup as well. So some companies are very open, are fine showing you around. Others, maybe because our partnerships are not, we're maybe super keen on sharing that.
You gotta share out the link. Anybody else wants to drop in? Liam,
Yeah.
up to 10 people at a time on screen if I could drop in. Plinko's working. The game's working. He threw money out earlier, play money. The drop's working.
Yeah.
He upgraded his computer. Has a real computer now.
Yeah, I don't have this door stop anymore. This is good for holding a door open now. It'll run a CNC machine, but that's about it. Yeah, I got a proper computer. It's an i9, 32 gigs of memory with a 3070 video card.
Taking off, John.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later.
All right, John. Take care.
See you, John. Bye.
Thank you.
Later.
Thanks for coming.
So yeah, and I'm actually in the process of working with Tim on a new logo because I want to get some stickers made up, and my logo as it is right now is not great. So I'm going to come up with some better ones, and I'll probably do some maker coins as well. Yeah, I have a 3070, the NVIDIA 3070, and that's what I'm using here. Like on this machine, this laptop, I run Fusion, and even moving stuff and rotating stuff was so slow and painful. It's like it's nothing to this machine because it's a high-end graphics card. So it's a
I
good
was
machine.
I was putting together my video yesterday in DaVinci Resolve, uploading it to my hard drive. Basically, my computer crashed 5 times, and I'm like, "Why?" It usually only does it once or twice. So I went and updated my drivers and my video card, and it seemed to fix the problem. So
it's amazing that you could have a video card and you can be running it for a long time, and you never have a problem until all of a sudden one day it starts giving you issues, and you have to do a software update to fix it.
makes no sense.
But nothing changed beforehand.
Yeah.
Unless it's something to do with an update on Windows that they had to tweak their software to work with.
Or DaVinci's had an update and done something yet hard to say.
Yeah. So, yeah, I like my machine. It's the Dell XPS.
All right, so I found something interesting, guys. Listen to this. So Anchor and Bamboo Lab, they don't share a parent company. They share a venture capital.
Okay, so that means they're basically funded from one location.
The company is IDG Capital out of Boston, so they're actually backed by an American company.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at the names that IDG Capital has in their portfolio, and it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so there's we're going through some changes on that right now, John. I'm working with I just got one iteration from Tim, and I'm going to give him some feedback on that, and based on that I might change one or two things. But it's looking because I want to start doing some maker coins and stuff like that as well, which I couldn't do with my own logo. So it's going to be. I'm going to keep it fairly simple. I don't want to make it too complex because it's hard to turn into other stuff and to raster engrave it and stuff if it's overly complex. So, and so I'm hoping maybe I'll get some stickers done before Murph, because I'll be there for the Saturday. So maybe I'll have some stickers before Murph. Hopefully, all going well. So. Anything else happening, guys? Anything interesting? No? Matt, you go on and sleep.
Yeah, I'm getting actually pretty tired now, and I've had no nap. Normally, I'd have a nap before I come to the show, but not this time.
Well, I haven't slept. I woke up yesterday at 5 a.m. and I haven't slept yet.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So,
same kind of here.
Yeah, well, I got up at 5 to do my normal day's work, and then I stayed up for the meteor shower last night. That was a bit of a dud.
I got up really early this morning too.
Yeah,
my wife was throwing cans in her trash can, woke me up, and I thought it was a dog in the hallway throwing up. And I heard the noise, and I get up, and it's like 5:30, so I just stayed up.
Yeah, so. But I had to bring my wife and son to the airport really. We left at 4 a.m. Hit the house, so since I was up for the meteor shower. I just stayed up and made breakfast, and then they ate breakfast, and then brought them to the airport, and then I just continued my day's work today. So,
I've seen one of those years ago here in Vegas. I remember way back when. I don't remember what it was, a meteor shower. Just look up, and every so often you see a streak here and there. And
yeah, it's pretty cool.
So, John, you're going to be at Murph?
Mm-hmm.
I assume you are.
He's bringing Sam Prentice.
All right, yeah, okay. And Sergio, you're going?
Yes, I've already, I have a room, and I'm renting a car this time. I am not driving my caddy with the gas the way it is.
Yeah.
I calculated it would cost me about $600-700 in gas.
Oh wow!
I'm driving, but it's
hopefully you don't deliver it that weekend, John. That'd suck because you wouldn't want the box out front and somebody'd steal it. So hopefully they'll give you a tracking number.
Every fill up from empty is about $165, $170.
Well, how big is your tank?
You know that
at 5 and change a gallon because I only use premium.
Oh, yeah, no. My truck is. So go ahead, Jerry. Go ahead.
No, nothing.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't use premium. I use cheap stuff.
Yeah, I use to.
Too expensive.
Well, it depends on the car. Some cars you need to have the premium, and other cars you don't, right? I use the cheap stuff as well, but the 83, but it cost me $100 to fill my truck. Well, almost $100 to fill the truck. But like one fill will get me there and back. I'm guessing.
Which machine are you talking about? Tripod, this new one you just got on the Kickstarter? I thought that was the Kickstarter runs a month before they ship.
Maybe he's getting a different machine. He said he was going to get one more machine. He might do a review of one more machine before Murph, so maybe that's the one he's waiting on. I have nothing coming in at the moment, so I'm waiting to see. I think
might bring it to Murph.
Sorry?
He said he might bring it to Murph.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm running on down for a Saturday. I'm gonna leave. I'll leave here at about 4 a.m. 5 a.m, and I'll get there around when it starts up. Hey, Proxy, how are you?
Altered Proxy, hello.
So it's about 3.5 hour drive for me to get down there. I'll be there for the day, and I'll drive back in that evening. But I'd like to be
stiff.
Well, I'm in Michigan, so it's actually right. It's
straight down.
Well, where I am in Michigan, no, it's actually way over here. So I have to cross the state and come down, right? So it's almost as long for me to get there as it is for me to drive to Chicago.
If I was a lot younger, I could probably drive there, but it's like 27 hours. I can't do that.
You'd have to do 2 stops. You have to stop at least once on the way. Yeah.
It's 9 hours for me.
I drove 21 hours one time coming back from Texas, and it wasn't a good experience.
I drove.
I think it's about 10 hours for Zach because he lives a little bit south of here. So he lives about an hour south of here. So yeah, it's about 10 hours for him.
Are you going to be there, Zach?
He's on the phone, I think.
Oh, okay. But no, it's yeah. So like Chicago is 4.5 hours drive for me. So. 17
I got Chicago.
Thank you for IVRC Pilot. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. It's appreciated.
Las Vegas RC Pilot, I'm guessing.
Maybe.
Kitty cat.
We're waving at her, not you, Zach. We're waving at your missus. But I drove to and from the lower border of Georgia back in 60 hours. I think the longest drive I've done was Casper, Wyoming.
You drove. I got you sleep in between, John. 60-hour drive. Wow.
I drove from New York to Mexico twice, 2 years in a row.
How long a drive is that?
The first time it took us 48 hours to get there. The second time it took us 42.
Hmm.
Non-stop. That's
Yeah,
non-stop.
no.
Only to
Yeah.
eat.
Florida to CA. Yeah, well, to drive to Casper, Wyoming, because that's the width of the country, it was 26 hours.
Hmm.
But we only stopped for gas. Like we drove a day and night. We left in the morning, drove all day, got gas, and drove
Share
all
the
night.
link, Liam.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We can have up to 10 people, or Liam, we can have up to 10 people on screen at any given time.
Well, it's a
And the
weed.
drop
because
is
we're all here
working,
together.
Twinkle is working, everything's working.
Yeah,
Virginia Beach. What were you doing in Virginia Beach, Chris? That's my neck of the woods.
Why didn't that post when I hit enter?
Hey, Kieran.
Hey, Kieran, Mr. Clinton, how are you? He's probably in the office today.
At work, yeah.
Yeah, so we so that was a long. I also drove from Frankfurt to Warsaw in Poland. That was about a 25-hour drive as well from Frankfurt when I was living over there.
Is that at 100 miles an hour?
No.
The-
Well, on the autobahn you can do
Yeah.
100, 120 miles per hour. Yeah. On the but once you hit Poland, you have to slow way down because they don't have those speed limits. And you must also remember the autobahn. Everyone thinks about the autobahn being high speed. It's only high speed when you're not near a town. If you're near a town, they slow you down way down to about 70 miles per hour. And 70 or 80. And then when you get away from the town in the open country, you get the black line on the speed limit. There's a black line through it. They say there's no speed limits anymore. But even saying that, if the police think you're driving like an idiot, they can pull you over for driving unsafe.
Oh, I bet.
Or if the conditions are not right, they'll pull you over. Like if you're driving at 130 miles per hour and it starts to rain, and you're not slowing down, they'll come nail you. They'll pull you over for that. So it's not and all in. And no matter what you're driving, if you think you're the fastest on the road, you're wrong. There's always somebody faster than you. So they have to have 4 lanes or 5 lanes, depending on which route you're on. 3 is the minimum, but they're often 4 or 5 lanes. And there's times there when you're driving along, if you're driving along at 120 miles per hour, you think you're doing really great. Like when I first got there, drove from the airport, I said I could drive no speed limits. I was driving along in the car at 120 miles per hour, and then I saw a car coming up, and he was moving pretty fast. So I pulled over, and he passed me like I was parked. And I was doing 120 miles per hour. So no matter how fast you think you're going, there's always somebody faster than you on the road. So always make room. And over there, if you hog the right-hand lane, like the fast lane, they will charge you with obstruction of traffic. You cannot hog that lane unless you're really zooming past everyone else. You cannot hog that lane. Hey, Maker Hub, how's life? Daniel, how's life doing for you? Let me post the link again if anybody wants to come in. There's a link there. You can want to come in. You're welcome to do so.
Yeah, Daniel, come in. Come on.
Maybe it was the year around 1994. Yeah, so like I lived over there and for a couple of years, and it's okay.
Hey Daniel, how you doing? Long time.
Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, they have. So it's not a free for all on the freeways over there. You learn that pretty quickly, but and any of the locals will warn you. It's not a free for all. So it's only around outside, away from cities where the actual speed limits.
Everybody watching, if you haven't already done so, let me interrupt Liam for a minute. Go over to YouTube, subscribe to Astro Printer. He only has 700 something subscribers. Please subscribe, help him get over the 1,000 subscriber hump. Share his channel, please, everybody in the community. He's a great guy. Please help him out. Share out his channel. Try to help him get over that 1,000 mark. I'd really appreciate it.
Sorry, Jerry.
I would really appreciate it too.
What was that again, Jerry?
I like the same, please.
Well, probably wasn't me making a port for.
I was talking to Chris about. He said he was in my area when he was in the Navy, and that the ship he was on was in the shipyards here.
Oh yeah.
I was just saying that if it's still in service and it's been in any kind of dry dock in the area, my guys have probably worked on it.
Yeah, I don't use that word a lot online, please.
You got a fan base, Jerry.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, I remember that, Chris. You're ex-Navy. So am I. Irish Navy, that is. How was your? By the way, Jack, you were having problems with your IDEX machine, were you? Did I see that post?
What?
Did you say you were having problems with your IDEX machine?
I haven't messed with that thing in a hot minute.
Oh, okay.
It's actually sitting up at the makerspace as kind of when I'm bored up there, I'll work on it.
Did
you have the string printer? Or is it Shane?
We both do. I designed it.
Okay.
And he made one.
Okay. And who's the clipper guru? You or Shane?
Me.
Okay, because I asked Shane on his live stream the other day. He goes, "No, I don't want to walk anybody through it. Go watch a tutorial." So his name had mentioned one of you guys. I don't remember which one it was that knew a lot about clipper. Because I need to put on my hypercube.
It's pretty easy. You just, like Shane said, follow the tutorials. If you run into issues, you can send me a message. Yeah. But it's not that difficult. It's not as bad as it used to be.
I have a Pi Zero that Tim in Canada sent me, and then I've got 4 Pi 3Bs right here that I have Octoprint on. So I've got Pis to use. And since I want to use a webcam, I'd probably be better off using a Pi 3B, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah. So is there any particular video from any particular person I should follow?
No, just their website instead of a video.
Okay.
What's his name? The guy that does all the boron builds.
Nero.
Nero has a good walkthrough of it.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell I remodeled in here a little bit.
Yeah, your CNC is gone.
Yeah, that's up at the makerspace. I built these shelves over the weekend.
Throw them on big screen there, Liam, so we see better. If I was in on my 70-inch TV, I could see it okay, but on my monitor, I can't see it very well. All right.
So, I'm 6'3", so these are like, if I want to work on something, I can actually stand here and work on stuff.
Okay.
I got my DIY filament storage rep box knockoffs up here.
Do they have heating and stuff and dehumidification?
No, it's just a box basically. I gotta get some seals to put around it. The way I made it, it's gonna be pretty airtight, so I'm just gonna put some desking in it. And this is HDPE.
All right.
Board that I made, so it's real slick. I don't have to put anything in there to make the spool spin. You're not gonna be able to see it, but the spools will roll on the material pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Nice.
But yeah, I've got a lot of work still to do to get everything organized in here.
Chris, yes, the Ender 5 is on Clipper. I haven't done the I haven't set up I have the Pi already there. I just haven't set up the accelerometer on it yet to do the test the optimization of that. I'm just buried all the time. I'm often working on weekends for work, right? So I'm just really busy, so I kind of get a little bit buried. I'm hoping to try and make some headway on that because this week I'm busy, but next week I've taken next week off work because I have some honeydew stuff to be done. Honeydew this and honeydew that.
I've been on the USS Midway. I've taken a tour of it. That's really neat.
So, yeah, I'm hoping.
All right, guys, I'm gonna say good night.
All right, Matt.
Maybe I'm gonna get a half an hour kip or something to be up again. I don't know yet. So if I don't come,
the funeral march for Matt. He's getting married in 2 weeks.
Oh boy.
Everything will go off great. You'll be happily married for the rest of your life, and
so he'll be told.
Congrats.
Night,
Matt.
Night, everybody.
If you make the first 10 years, you could do it up to 40. like me.
Yeah.
40 years come September.
I keep telling you, you'd be on good behavior by now. You used to be a cop, but you know that.
Yeah.
I shop, I clean, I do the dishes, I vacuum. I'm a good wife.
Oh, wait. I don't do that. I do all the other stuff.
If it's at Christmas time, if I put the tree up and put the lights on it, my wife will put on the ornaments, and then she unpacks her Santas and puts those up on the shelves. And that's,
20 years in July. 14 years for Daniel. Yeah, I'm 17.
Oh, shoot. I'll be right back. I got to go get my medicine. It's time.
All right, Sergio. Okay. But it's been 17 years for me because my son is turning 16 now this year. So.
Yeah, my wife and I have been together for 9 years now, or 9 years in September.
Mm-hmm. And she still puts up with you. That's a good sign. Do you need the accelerometers to get it? You don't need the accelerometers to complete it. It prints as is. The accelerometers optimize the print quality, is what it does. It measures the resonance of the print heads and then gives you a model to use when you're printing that the Pi manages to get the optimal print quality out of your machine at higher speeds.
I like that the Bamboo has that built in.
What, a clipper? An accelerometer?
It's not Clipper, but I don't think it's Clipper. I could be wrong, but it has an accelerometer built in it.
It might be Clipper then, I'm guessing. So,
I mean, these are some pretty smart guys, and they've got some stuff on there that no other printer has. Mm-hmm. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if it was some custom stuff that they cooked up themselves.
Possibly. So,
it's aliens.
So adding you need to have a Pi to run it, first of all, right? So you need to have a Pi because the Pi does most of the heavy lifting for the printer and submits the G code to the printer. So
actually any Linux computer.
Yeah, any Linux machine can do it. Yeah. So it makes a big.
Hey, Tech Dad, what's going on?
Take that. It's a custom firmware, by the way.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
So adding the Pi does, or any computer, any Linux machine, will, as Zach mentioned, it does the heavy lifting. So the computer doesn't, or so the printer board doesn't have to do that. It just gets sent G code and it does what it's told, right? So that's the Pi. That's what the Pi does, and then, and as I said about the accelerometer, it just helps you optimize your print quality at speed, so you can get the best speed out.
Tim from TH3D was screwing around with it. And he doesn't really understand why people like Clipper so much. But I don't know anything about Clipper. Yeah.
I'm using Fluid. Is what I'm using. Have they added the mirror and duplication mode for IDEX yet to Clipper?
I'm not sure.
Zach, Fluid or Mainsail? Which one's better to go with?
What?
Mainsail or Fluid? Mainsail has a lot more development. There's a lot more going on, even though Fluid just started back up.
I use both interchangeably. I like Fluid better if you've got more than one Clipper printer on a network, because you can link them all together to where you go to one web address and then you can click off to the different printers.
Oh, that's so it's a bit like Octafarm, yeah.
Yeah, but if you only have one printer on your network running Clipper, I mean, there's not really a big difference between either one of them.
But you still have to have a separate Pi for each printer, like I do with Octoprint, right?
Yes.
If you run one and it goes down, then everything crashes.
Well, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Is you can actually enter the address of each other printer's Pi.
Okay.
And then you can just quickly jump from one to the other.
From a single user interface. So you log into one web page and then you can manage them all from one.
And with Octoprint, when I have a Pi on each printer, I have a separate tab open. I can just click on each tab and I'm there that quick too.
Yeah, but
on my
the other,
computer.
well, the other option with the Octoprint is you could use Octofarm, and it gives you the same type of interface. One interface to manage them all. So take that. I'm not looking at getting the Optimus Prime Lego set. I'm not a big Lego builder. I'll do some, but like, I'd be more interested if I am going to get another Lego set. I'd be more interested in the ISS or the space shuttle or one of those.
He don't like cartoons, movies. He doesn't eat fast food. Just Liam don't like much of anything.
Hey man, £10 in a month. £10 in a month. That's so. No, well, I like some fast food, but not an awful lot. Like once a week that's it for me. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Why would I want to eat fast food when I have good food here at home being cooked for me? My wife's Asian. She cooks really good stuff. Like
I went after I got out of the hospital Friday. I stopped by Arby's, and that cost me $34. That was just ridiculous.
Yeah, well, see, I've eaten in Arby's once or twice ever, and that's when I first came to the States, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't see the attraction. Personally, there's nothing Arby's can serve me that I can't make in my kitchen. And I like cooking. Like, I like doing my own stuff. So, it's just who I am.
RCCMC, hello.
Hey, RC, how are you? Thank you for smashing the like button. Thank you so much. It's appreciated. Let me get this down because Zach is busy. But so you have the ISS as well. Take that. Yeah, if I had the ISS, I'd probably build that one. I would be considering the Eagle. You know, the lunar lander, because that's out there. Because all of these are time limited. So when they release them, it's only for a fixed period of time because they're deemed special projects. Like the Saturn V went away, and out of high demand, they brought it back again, right? Because there was people making huge money selling the kits online for twice or three times the price that Lego was originally charging. So they brought the kit back, and they were selling it at the original price again to stop that. And all of these kits are time factor. They release them for a year, maybe to a year and a half. Then they'll stop making them. Just put an end to it. So, but I'm more interested in the space-related stuff, like the ISS and so on. That's way more my type.
Here you go, guys. Over here on YouTube, that Astro Printer right here. He's got 776 subscribers. We need to get that number up over 1,000. I clicked on his videos, and he has a zillion live streams, but he's talked about the TIG-TAG printer. He used to do interviews with a lot of great people, and he'll be doing more of that in the future. But yeah, please go subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost a thing. Over on YouTube, Astro Printer. Ring the bell. Click this button. Ring that bell to be notified next time he posts it or go live. It'd be really appreciated. Please. There we go.
And with Jerry doing all of that advertising for me, it won't cost you anything, but it's going to cost me an absolute fortune.
Here, let's find me. Since we're talking about it, let me go to me. Where am I at?
Thanks, HC. Once you get to the new place, you're going to build them and all set up. Okay, yeah. I want to do more. Oh, one second. We have somebody else hanging out there. Hey, Daniel.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good. It's been a while.
Hey, Daniel. How you been?
It's not.
Yeah, and I've got a lot of videos I've posted over the last 5 or 6 years.
It's been 6 months at least.
6, 8 months. Yeah.
Oh.
It has, yeah.
So
I just had.
How's work going at Disneyland?
Actually, I have stepped away. 5 hours every day was killing me. So it's been a long journey.
Did you ever take up a job with GST 3D?
No, actually, I did not. They sit in caliber of being 2.5, 3 hours away from the house, so I would still be in the same.
Okay. All right.
So.
Oh, Roxanne, thank you for following.
So, but actually, I actually came on here. Have you gentlemen ever used the acoustic panels?
No, I haven't.
No.
Do you know how to get rid of that gunk off the wall? Because those things are absolutely ridiculous to take out.
Probably. How about Gugon?
tried everything, acetone, Goo Gone, everything, and nothing.
Are you a renter?
No.
Are you a renter? Oh, then sandpaper. You sandpaper and sand it off.
Where? So, but when I really go that deep, as you can tell at the top of it, I kind of went really deep. I took my scraper and tried to scrape it out.
Throw in my big screen, Liam. I can see it better.
Oh, sure.
You'll catch it up by the top.
Oh, wow.
There.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I'd say a flat razor blade scraper in your hand and just very carefully try to shave it best you can.
Did you try heat gun?
Are your walls textured?
Mild texture. It's like the orange peel.
Okay, yeah, okay. Once you scrape it off with a razor blade, get it as close as you can. Patch anything, anywhere you gouge it. Go down to Lowe's, buy a can for $20. You can adjust the spray pattern, shake it up, recreate the texture. Once it starts to dry, you knock it down with a spatula, and then just paint over it, and you can match it. It's pretty close.
Roxanne, you're welcome. You have to deal with our various accents, but even though you said English is not, you're from Argentina, welcome. But even though hopefully you can understand what we're saying. If not, please chime in and ask us to explain. We're more than happy to do so. But you are welcome no matter where you're from. The maker community is a global community, so we're open to anybody from all over the world. So they have me here. I'm the one who's hosting this. I'm Irish, but I live in the US. We have people from right now. Everyone here is from various parts of the US, but we have people who are on here come in regularly. Actually, we have one guy in chat who's actually from Australia. So we have people from all over the globe that do come in and hang out. And so
hello, Stephen. I'm from Vegas.
Yeah, Gary's from Vegas. Daniel's from Florida. Sergio, you're in Washington.
Yep, just outside of Washington, D.C.
And Zach?
I'm in Virginia.
Okay. Virginia. So yeah, we're kind of scattered, but that's okay. That's all the reason why we meet up online. We meet up online to talk about stuff and to go over our projects and so on, and help each other out when we have issues. So,
thank you.
If you're interested,
I would say if you're able to understand what we say in English, and English isn't your first language, you're doing pretty good. Because English is my first language, and I have a hard time sometimes.
Well, as the guys in my astronomy say, because I'm Irish and I haven't, I don't.
Steve.
All these guys have accents, but according to the guy, one of the guys in my astronomy club, he says, "I'm nice guy as long as you get over the language barrier." You know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But I heard most of you are going to Murph this year. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to Murph. Yes, I'll only be there for one day, the Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm driving down. I'll be there for the day, and I'll drive back in that evening.
I needed to make a vacation in Michigan anyway, so.
Are you going to Murph?
I think I may, just for giggles, because I want to go see my grandmother anyways, and she's in Lansing, so.
Oh, you're going to come to Michigan area then after. So you're going to go to Murph and then come into Michigan. Okay. Yeah, Lansing is about 45 minutes from me.
Yeah, I think we're driving over Thursday, and we're going to be there Friday, Saturday, and most of Sunday.
Yeah, Justin's going to be there Thursday as well, he said.
Yeah. I wanted to go last year, but I didn't save up for it. My wife's going to Florida on the 15th, and there won't be anybody here with my dogs. But I'll plan for next year. And the only reason I want to go wouldn't be to see anything. I got all the hobby stuff I need. I just like to come meet the people. So,
yeah.
Same.
Hey, Mickey, Steve, how's life? So it'll be fun if some of us can get together there. Most of you, I've never met any of you in person, so we get to hang out.
That is true.
And I tell you what. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was going to say, I'm really looking forward to Earth, because Murph is an 800-mile drive, but Earth, East Coast, is like 250.
Is that New York?
No, it's Maryland.
Maryland.
That's like, what, 30 minutes for you, Sergio?
Yeah, about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a long haul for me, though.
I think they ought to move one of them to Las Vegas. I hear that's a pretty fun place to go.
The one thing I like about Vegas actually is the food selection along the strip. There's great restaurants selection.
Yeah, you got anything and everything, but a lot of the buffets did shut down. A few of them.
I'm not talking about buffets. I mean restaurants for meals and stuff like that. You have like every meal can be a completely different genre, a completely different location, and it's really good. I like their food selection down there. I've been there many times for work.
Jerry, did you finish your?
What?
Did you finish your Master Chief?
I've got the base done. I don't have Master Chief done. I'm working on Master Chief. He's not done yet. I've changed his armor color 3 times, but I'm still working on it.
Okay.
But I do have the base done. The base is
hard
right here. Yeah, I just ordered some more olive green paint. I've been mixing paint and trying to get it right, but I got the base done.
That looks amazing.
Yeah.
Looks like a piece of fried chicken with a little barbecue sauce on it, kind of.
A little bit.
Yeah, I ordered some more olive paint. I airbrushed it twice. I wasn't happy with the different shades of the green, so then I rebrushed the green, and I'm still working on it. And then I've got a lot of the black done, and I've got to do more black in all the nooks and crannies. His face shield came out pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good.
So it's getting there.
It's going pretty good. I don't know. They were selling a model very identical to that for massive amount of money. The one that my buddy has, it's one of the originals from the Halo 3, where he's dual wielding the SMGs off the rock. That one stands at maybe 3.5 feet.
Wow.
Amazing. And it holds a very high price tag, especially now with all of the Halo attributes coming out. I don't know if any of you have watched the live action yet. Supposedly it's a good series. I haven't.
The new series is awesome. I thought it was excellent. Yeah.
So I mean, it's really bringing a more fan base to that genre. Kind of like how Star Wars, when Star Wars came out and the action figures and so on and so forth. I mean, you're going to see more video games within the next couple of years trying to jump into. We have the Uncharted with Tom Holland. That one looks pretty good coming out. So
has anyone seen what's his name? Obi-Wan, the series yet?
Two episodes out. Seen them both. Yeah,
good. It's good.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's a slow start, but it's good.
I think if you compared it to Halo, I mean, no, I'm not going to tell you what I think. Anyway,
I haven't seen Halo.
They're two different things. I can't compare them. So
what's Halo on? What service is Halo on?
I don't remember.
Paramount.
Paramount. It might be Paramount.
Yeah, I don't have that.
So Sergio,
the episodes are out. So.
Have you ever been to Susquehanna State Park outside of Bel Air, Maryland?
Not recently.
I think for Earth, as long as we have my my bus done, we're gonna drive to Susquehanna and camp out.
Huh.
I got a 1981 Volkswagen camper.
My whole family is leaving for Panama come in August. And I mean, everybody's going, including the grandkids, my son-in-laws. There's 14 of them. I can't go. I'm the only one not going because that's my busiest time of the year. My customers would have a conniption if
It's in October.
Oh, October.
Yeah, first weekend or second weekend in October.
Well, maybe we can work something out then.
I was about to say, I don't think that's your busiest season, is it?
Well, that's about the time we start doing fall services for winter. Yeah.
So I was just looking at Earth. It's about a 9-hour drive for me.
That ain't bad.
That's not too bad. That's a day.
If you're not going to exhibit, just fly. It'd be a lot easier just to fly and get there. But I wouldn't know where I'd have to find out from Dan or somebody that's close. Where would I fly into? And then where to get from the airport to the motel to the show? How would I work that out? I don't want to have to rent a car.
Fly into Baltimore.
Yep. Baltimore, Washington.
Yeah, Baltimore or Washington, and then you drive from there.
Yeah. Or I could pick you up on the way up there. Either way.
Yeah, well, next year I'll
That
figure it
works.
out.
So I know one of you may have an S4, yeah, or an S5. No,
It's 4 S5.
you don't have an S4 or an S5.
Galaxy, if you're talking about a phone.
No. Creality. CR10 S4 S5. No.
No.
I've got a CR10 Max and two CR10s.
The Max. Do you know if I can drop in replace the original board with a 4.2.7 per se? That's nice.
I'm not sure.
If it's an upgraded board, it should be able to do a drop-in. Most of the Creality boards are designed similar.
I just don't remember what the S4 originally had. That's my issue, and I haven't broken it.
I'm not sure. I don't
If
have.
you can't get hold of anybody from Creality, you can't find it online. PM Luke Hatfield. He should know.
Yeah, Luke. Yeah.
So
And if he doesn't know, I'm sure he can find out for you.
That is true.
this is what we're going to drive to Earth.
So now so your accommodations are covered.
No, actually, he's going to zoom out and show us that that's about 6 inches on the ground, and that's a toy.
Nope.
No? Okay.
You know what?
It's funny.
All you need to do is find a Walmart nearby. They'll allow you to camp in their parking lot.
Nah, I'm going to get a campsite at the state
I'm
park.
just saying though, Walmart allow for people to park and camp. And
Yeah,
Target
people that live in Walmart forever too.
So the proof that this isn't a toy is my wife took this picture, and that's my feet.
Okay.
So I'm laying down in the back of it right now, and that's my feet sticking out.
That's an old Volkswagen, is it?
Yeah, it's an 81 Volkswagen Vanagon. We're putting an engine and transmission out of a 2006 Subaru Forester in it.
Sweet.
Nice.
They're good. They're economical on gas as well. You know. They don't
Imagine you going down the highway and you forget to put the top down and the wind rips it off.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Oh, have you forgotten? Drove off with it up?
No.
That really sucked, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It'd be terrible because those they don't make those anymore. You have to steal one off of another van.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, I actually have to jump off here because I actually am receiving a call from the answer that I just asked. So
Really nice seeing you, Daniel. You're always welcome back, and I stream every Saturday at 1 p.m.
word,
Daniel.
I have a lot more time on my hands, so I will definitely continue that.
Hang out with us.
Have a great night. Take care.
But yeah, so right now it's got the Volkswagen air-cooled 2-liter motor in it, which has like 60 horsepower. The Subaru motor has like 160.
Yeah, so basically, right now it's a sewing machine with wheels, right?
Right, basically.
What year is it?
81.
Okay.
As long as you don't plan to go over 55 miles per hour downhill with a tailwind, you're fine.
I've had it up to 70 on the interstate with those 60 horsepower.
With a tailwind?
No. Crossing the Chesapeake Bay on the interstate.
Wow. Yeah, they're nifty. The old Volkswagens were good, but when they give problems, they give serious problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've heard people say that this particular van with that Subaru drivetrain in it gets about 24, 25 miles to the gallon, which is incredible for something the size of it.
Yeah.
But I'm actually waiting on parts from Australia. I'm going to reuse the Subaru automatic transmission. The parts from Australia will change the direction of the drive shaft output. Because, Subaru's all-wheel drive, so it's got drive shafts come out of the side of the transmission, and it's got a shaft that goes to the rear differential. This kit removes the end of the transmission where it sends power to the back and replaces two gears that mesh with two sprockets and a big chain so that the differential for the front is driven backwards. So when you put that whole system in the van,
Hey, Phoenix.
you end up with the van going forward.
Well, it's either that or you just drive all the way there in reverse, right?
Yeah.
That's not something I want to attempt.
Or do you ever see the ones where they actually mount the steering wheel in the back of a car, and you end up driving the car? It looks like it's going in reverse, but you're actually driving forward.
Yeah,
but it looks like it's actually you're driving reverse the whole way through down. That would be funny if you did that. And a car pull you over, he go to the wrong window, and you're actually sitting in you're actually at the rear hatch. That'd be funny.
My first trip from New York to Mexico was in a Volkswagen bus. Let me tell you something. The place that I hated worse was driving through Tennessee and Arkansas, because every time we hit those mountains and we're going up, it got down to 45 miles an hour.
Hey, Vince.
And that's floored.
Hey, Vince.
You're lucky you didn't just completely stall out.
Yeah.
Vince is doing the drop. If anyone says to drop, hit bang drop, and you can do the drop. Exclamation drop. You can also do Plinko, which again is bang exclamation Plinko. They are working. I need to do all the other stuff around Twitch, but I haven't gotten there yet. But I will get there. Oh, Slim Pickens is going in for a good score. As long as no one bumps him out, Sergio is going to bounce off that wall and come after Slim Pickens and try and knock him away from the pool. Is he going to make it? No, Slim Pickens, 77.71. Nice one.
Oh, 70 something.
78.95.
78.95. Nice. Zach hit the ground.
After Brenner Lem. You know you spelled your name right? You spelled it wrong on purpose?
Sorry?
Your name on screen is spelled wrong on purpose?
No. I typed in the full name. I don't know why I did that.
Maybe too many letters.
It shouldn't be. It's the same I always do.
Oh, Lim, not Liam.
Maybe too many letters. I don't know. There you
What
go.
are you talking about, Jerry? It's fine. So it's I don't know how much longer I'm going to go unless someone has specific topics because I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm going to get taken off. I need to get running doing
I
stuff.
haven't slept since I woke up yesterday at 5 a.m. and I haven't slept yet.
Yeah, you ought to stop the stream, go to bed, don't be online, and turn off.
No, I won't be. I'll get up. I'll take the dog out for a stroll before bed, and then that'll be it for me because.
Yeah, I'm gonna head in too.
Yeah, it's been a long day for me. Normally I do 3 hours, but I just don't have the energy in me today.
It's been a long weekend.
Well, it's not that. I haven't slept in about 35 hours.
Well, don't forget to raid somebody, and you have a good night, everybody, and I'll talk to you later. Take care, Liam.
Yeah, okay, take care. Yeah, so yeah, Phoenix called. My wife is away, but I was up early this morning, bringing them to the airport really early. Well, I didn't actually go to bed because I was up for the meteor shower, and then when that was over, it was time to cook breakfast for them so they could get out to the airport because they went out to visit my daughter, and so because of all of this, I haven't had a chance to sleep yet, so I'm kind of drained today.
All right, well, I'll say goodnight to everybody.
All right, Sergio.
See you at Murph.
Yes, I'll be there Saturday for sure. I'm planning on driving it down. It's already planned.
That's when I get there Saturday morning.
Yeah. So okay. Take care, Sergio.
Take care, guys.
And
Take
okay.
care,
Ciao. So I might ping you later on in the week. Oh, Tim. Hey, how are you? Do you want to come in for a few minutes? Because I'm not going to stay around long. If you want to come in and say hi. Because we're getting ready to wrap up because I haven't slept since yesterday morning at 5 a.m. So, so Zach, I may ping you a bit more on Clipper.
Yeah, just let me know.
Yeah, because I want to get it won't be this week, but maybe next week. I want to get the accelerometer and stuff done. So I'm going to work on that.
Oh, I guess I better turn the light on. Do I want to come in and say hi? I always want to come in and say hi to you guys.
Yeah, well, just the reason why we might be kind of short tonight is because. I got out yesterday at 5 a.m. I got up to get for work, and I haven't slept yet. So,
oh, jeez. Well, sleep is important because,
I'll catch up on it tonight, and the rest of the week, and I'm off next week. So,
No, that's okay. When you shut it down, I'm going to pop in live and do a little bit more of my building here. So.
Oh, your Voron build, yes.
Yeah.
That's your second one, right?
Yeah, and then I have a 2.4 coming.
Oh, that's what, $900?
That's going to be
Again, the LDO kit or the other one?
The LDO 2.4 R2 kit. So.
Do update on the Phoenix Call on the Blu-ray project, whatever you decide to do. I'd like to see what the outcome, because I may even have a couple of them lying around here somewhere.
Right.
But so the LDO kit, nice. They were supposed to get back to me, and they never did.
Oh, didn't they? Oh,
they were supposed to get me a good price on. Was it LDO? No, it wasn't. It was the other guys. Starts with a V. They have a multicolored V-shaped logo. I can't remember her name right now.
I don't know.
Yeah, they were supposed to get back to me about it. They were going to offer me a really good price on the 0.1 kit.
Oh, okay.
Which is basically what you have.
Yeah, that's what this is. Yeah.
So, Liam, how did your Ender 3 belt printer ever turn out?
It works, but I need to do some tweaks in the firmware still, because it apparently, when I go to the menu and I do extrude on the menu, right, it pushes material. Good night, Phoenix Call. To the it extrudes, but when I slice a job, it doesn't extrude. So we know extrusion works. It's just something in the job that's not working. So I need to figure that out, and I think it's something to do with the firmware. So I'm going to go tweak the firmware. I haven't tried. I could even consider doing Clipper on it, but I want to get Marlin going first, and then maybe I'll backtrack and go Clipper on it, see if it makes any difference. I did have the issue initially of the x-axis kept falling down and hitting the bed and melting the bed. Because, but that was a simple option. But apparently, even though I had the z-axis or the y-axis turned off to it, so the motors always stay enabled. On the Ender 3, all X, Y, and Z use a single pinout for the power to the motors. So you have to you have to either lock them all open to be always on, or none. You can't. It's the way it works, and it's actually the one on the X-axis. So I turned them all on to always keep the motors engaged, and that worked fine. That stopped happening. It stayed engaged. I let it run for an hour, and the motors were still engaged, so it should be good. But I need to figure out about that. I think linear advance is interfering with the extrusion. So
I can see that.
Yeah, so I need to go in and kill that and recompile the firmware. And if that fixes it, then I just need to get my steps correct, and then I should be good to go. I might reach out to Sane Smart about their belt printer and see if they're interested in working with me, because I have the Toys for Tots coming up next month in July. Starting until going all the way through November, and I'm planning to live stream the prints. That means their machine will be on display for months, live streaming, doing continuous printing of toys.
That's a good idea. They probably go for that.
Maybe I have to ping them about that one, because last year I did 1,000 toys. I want to do, if possible, I want to maybe 1.5, double it if possible this year.
Right.
So, I did 1,000 toys in 10 weeks.
Wow.
So if I can double that number, if they start earlier, and if they start July like they're hoping, I'm hoping I could probably double that number by November. End of October, early November. That would be my goal. The other issue I run into is filament. My stocks are low since last year. I got some. Every time Matt, I give Matt a hard time, right, Matt German? Every time he wins filament, he sends it to me.
Oh, okay, right.
If it's US only, he ships it to me. He says, like, I have a couple of spools there, all from him that were sent directly to me.
Yeah, and he wins like every time.
He does win a lot.
Yeah.
But if it's US only, though, it has to go to somebody in the US. He says, yeah, give it to Liam.
Yeah, may as well, because you're going to use it for a good cause.
Yeah, so I have a couple of, I even have some printed solid there that he won. That would be used for the toys. I'm holding aside for the toys. So
yeah.
I wish this piece of junk worked.
And that's the one from Adam, right?
Yeah, it's garbage.
What is it?
The tiny belt.
Oh, okay.
The one everybody was all super excited about, it's garbage.
It looked like a decent concept, though.
It was a great concept. He just did a really poor job putting it together.
Right.
So what would you change? Like, okay, I don't like the cantilever arm. I would totally change that because I don't think it's strong enough.
I think it's perfectly fine because it's counterweighted. The stepper hangs off the back here, so it's pretty well counterweighted.
Yeah, but here's the problem I see with it. When I saw the first images, the way it was actually mounted, I could see it vibrating like this.
That was probably one of it. That might have been his early one that had the 3D printed part there.
No, it was metal, but but by looking at it though, the way it was designed, it didn't have enough mount points to stop this motion. Like if you put in a strip of, I think it's running on 2020 extrusion or something like that. Like if you put a piece of 2040 across there and clamped it in 4 spots with wheels, now it won't move. That'll be strong.
Yeah.
But on 2020, it's. But I like the idea behind it, right? And Adam's idea was good. It's just
he did not do a good job executing it.
I think
there's some unique issues caused by the cantilever design.
Yeah,
that he was not equipped to deal with is what it is. The thing is, you can't. So you either have to have your rail where your gantry moves well below where your bed is, or you have to have a very small diameter roller because you've got to have your bed up close to the cantilever so you can actually print to it. Either that or you got to have the nozzle hang down real far.
Well, that's easier. It's easy to extend the nozzle position, yeah.
The main issue arises with the printer with he didn't design in any kind of tensioning anything to start out with for the belt. And the tiny 8mm roller diameter, this belt material does not handle it well. Mm-hmm. When it rolls over, it just like wrinkles up.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. I like. Here's what I think he should have done. He should have picked guys like us who know 3D printers, and said, "Okay, here's my design. I want to take you into confidence. You work with me. I want to build a printer, but I want to make it lightweight. I need your input. Where do you think the weak points are? Show me what's going on. Because his background is engineering, but an engineer doesn't always. No offense, if Adam, I don't know if you're listening, but just no offense. But I'm saying engineers don't look at things as an end user; they look at stuff as an engineer.
Yep.
And an end user looks at something completely differently, and especially if you've been using 3D printers and stuff for a while, you can look at stuff and say, well, in the past, I've seen issues with something that does A, B, C, and D, and I see all of those right here. So that has to change. That has to be changed. That has to be changed. That has to be changed, and offer up ideas. And in between the group, you bounce ideas. Like I've been helped companies with some printer designs, and we bounce ideas off each other, and we come up with a good solution, right? So I think that's what he should have done, and it would have been more successful. I don't know. And instead of going straight to Kickstarter, he should have spent more time with the community developing it. And then when he had a stable environment, and actually credit the guys for helping out, then do the Kickstarter option.
I mean, honestly, the way it was by the end of the beta period up right before the Kickstarter, you could tell he was done with it. It seemed to me like he had given up on it.
So what does he do now? Now he's making belts for other companies.
I mean, that's what he did before, was make the belts.
Okay.
But the whole problem, and it would have required a massive redesign, is that roller diameter was too small for that belt material.
Yeah.
And he tried a million things to get it right. I've got a belt on here now that's so the way his belts are made is it's PET tape, like a nylon fabric, and then some mystery meat rubber coating on the back. It's probably like Flex Seal or something. Mm-hmm. Pretty easy to make, or pretty simple composition. Not necessarily easy to make uniform. And from what I've seen, all of his stuff is real nice and uniform. The problem is that pet tape does not like rolling the way it's laminated. So you get a lot of like resistance to rolling across that small diameter.
Yeah.
If the rollers had been something plastic on the 8mm rod that was like 10.
That's what they did. That's what I did with my one. Mine's an 8mm rod, but I have plastic over it.
Right. So you probably have what, like 15, 20mm
About 20
diameter roller.
20, 25.
Yeah.
Well, it's also I forget what it's called, but when you bend the material, the bed material, there's a certain it's the curvature, and you need a certain diameter in order for that curvature to be smooth, and as you say, not wrinkle up on the small roll. I forget what that's called. It's something to do with the tensile strength of the material, or the what I mean.
The elasticity of it as well.
The elasticity, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that that's the problem is the three different layers that are laminated together don't like that radius, that bend
That
radius.
small radius, yeah.
I don't think
that's why he's been wildly successful with his belts for other belt printers, because they all use big rollers.
Yeah.
Well, I think they also need to consider making the belts thinner. Mine on my machine, on my ender conversion, the belt is so stiff. I mean, super, super, super stiff. And what it is, it's nylon with like a bill-tack surface on it, on the outside. And it is super, super, super stiff.
So it's like polycarbonate, basically. That's what Build-Tech is it's polycarbonate.
Yeah. So it's kind of, and that causes issues. It should be a soft material. And the reason why I say that is because then a soft material will will follow the curvature of the rollers, even under tension. Whereas if it's stiff, it will fight it. It'll fight the roller and cause slippages. And that's what we've been seeing on the Tic Tac. So, how thin are the belts that Adam does?
I mean, they're pretty thin. They're not thick at all. The problem
Are
is
they soft or are they stiff?
The outer layer is PET tape. The inner layer is a rubberized coating, and in the middle is, I assume, like a nylon mesh.
Okay, because these ones that I have, the ones that I have on this.
Honestly, one of Adam's belts would probably work fantastic on that printer.
Yeah.
And they're custom made to size, so you could, if you.
Well, I know the exact measurements of it because because the one that I have has measurements on it exactly in the size of the belt. But it has to be.
One thing I do not like about his belts is they are held together with PET tape.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a tape junction, and if you don't get the tape good, if you put any amount of tension on it,
they're not fused together; they're stuck together.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm not keen on that. Well, it does make changing a belt easy, but the downside is under tension that could give way.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how much tension you need. But it is kind of cool that you use the same material tape to join it that the belt is made out of, so you have a uniform material. You'll see the little step in your bottom finish when you're on the junction.
Yeah, the one that I have is fused together, so you don't see the step. You can see where they're joined, but it's smooth because they're actually fused together.
Oh my God!
Someone's looking for attention.
Hey, baby kitty.
What she's actually saying is, "You're my slave. You have to rub me."
No, she's sweeter than that.
No, it's a cat. They're saying, "You're my slave. You have to rub me."
Kitty. Hey, baby.
Cats are always wild.
No, she's like having a kid. Baby kitty.
Okay.
Baby kitty.
Cat owners convince themselves of that. Okay.
I have a cat that plays fetch like a dog.
There is
he will get his toy and bring it to me, set it in the floor next to me, and look up at me and start yowling until I throw it for him. I throw it for him, and he runs off into the next room, gets it, and then brings it back and spits it out at my foot just like a dog would.
Okay. That's called schizophrenia. No, actually, when I was a kid, we had a dog. Well, it was probably teenager at the time, and we were convinced the dog thought it was a cat, because on the back of our house we had built an extension, a one-story extension, but it was tall, and around our garden was walled in. So the dog, and the roof was an A-line roof, with tiles on it. Okay, because we use tiles. We don't use this paper that you put in the houses here in the States. Right, like shingles, right? So we actually use heavy tile. But the dog would get up on the wall, found a way up on the wall and around the garden, walk along, jump from the wall up into the roof, and go sit on the window at the back of the house, one of the upstairs windows. And he got that because my sister, she used to have cats, and the cats would sit in the window. They do the same, they sit in the window. So she'd open the window to let the cats in. So the dog figured this out and started copying the cats, so the dog could be left into the bedroom as well from the outside.
That's hilarious.
Disappeared. Okay, all right, guys. Tim, I will let you know about that. I'm actually thinking that maybe we should get rid of the red option, the red thing.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
And put something else in there. I don't know, because somebody mentioned they thought it was earlier on. They said they thought the logo looked like a basketball hoop. So maybe we should get rid of that.
you want to come up with something that's an icon so that you can use it on its own and they'll recognize it as you.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what to do.
Yeah, so I love that font.
Yeah, the font is lovely.
That font is actually called Astro.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the font, and I like the switches on it. I just not sure what else to put on it. So, do you have any ideas?
What if you changed, instead of the cube, what if you had like a line drawing of a telescope, and it looked like you were printing the line drawing of a telescope with a 3D printer?
I don't know.
Since that logo conveys no information about the fact that your 3D printing is all like space stuff. And I mean, obviously it's not, but that's, you have a heavy focus on space stuff to the point where it's in your name.
I think that's
and I do stuff for NASA, and I do all of this kind of stuff. So I'm yeah. Actually, you saw the James Webb coins I designed? Let me bring it over to this camera.
Or what if it was like the little like Kerbal space program
there
shape? That's cool.
I designed those and they're free. Cool. Anyone can download them. Actually, they're on printables and they're on things. And I also sent it to the guys in NASA so they can publish it if they want to as well.
Cool.
So,
but yeah, like what about like a 3D printing like a rocket ship?
I don't know. Well, I don't know what Tim can do because he's the one that's designing it for me. So.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I like the cube because it's a 3D cube and it's an optical illusion because depending on how you look at it is the orientation it's at. But again, I mean, you got to like it going forward, and it would be a common element from your old to the new.
That's true. And if it is, then it'd be the smaller one,
right?
Yeah, the small cube, not the large cube.
The one with the one where the cube is being used as the letter O.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to turn them into stickers and maybe do maker coins out of it and stuff.
Yeah, and see, that's why you don't want to get too complicated with it, especially if you're going to 3D print something with it.
Yeah.
So sometimes, but
no, okay. Yeah, I like the one with the smaller cube then.
The smaller cube one, I didn't get the circle, which I think is a part of the trademark of the cube. That little circle I hadn't put on it yet. So
yeah,
but that's easy to do.
Yeah, let's do that then. Put a circle on it.
Yeah, I'll send it to you again.
No, it looks good though. I prefer than what I had. What I had is kind of it works, but it's
right.
The only difference is the other one had the cube in a printer, which is
Yeah. And so and that's the thing too, is whether you want to actually have that printer in there. I mean, are you looking at more so your name as a brand or a visual? You know what I'm saying? So
are you leaving, Zach?
Yeah, I'm gone. I gotta go take a
Zach.
backup.
All right, man. All right, take care.
See you.
See you in a couple of weeks at Murph for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Look forward to
man,
it.
I wish I was going. Man.
No,
I
I think the name. I think it's more of a name of a brand than anything else. What do you think?
Sleep on it. Wait till you get some sleep too, because you're looking at it with a tired body and mind right now. So
I'm in zombie land.
Yeah, you look at it with a clear head. So that's the key thing.
Yeah, but I do like the smaller one though, the smaller cube.
Yeah,
because the swatches above it and so on are nice.
Yeah, and that's basically the idea.
I have a question. The swatches, can you turn them make them look like comets and with comet tails?
Well, that's kind of what the idea was behind it, was that the O, or I'm sorry, and I think it went to the A.
The A is on the first one, yeah,
with a tail on it, But I can narrow them up or put more on it and make it look more like comedy. Not comedy, haha, but comet T.
Comet E, yeah.
Comet-y. Yeah.
And maybe do them coming out of the cube.
Out of the cube instead, yeah. Do you want? And they can come out in red as well, like fire, but
yeah, like a red, yellowish orange or something.
Or something like that, yeah.
Right. Well, that way then they'll be going into the O, like an Astro.
Yeah.
Let me sleep on it. Let me think about it.
Sleep on it, yeah.
All right. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out. Let's see who's going to raid over through. 1 second, let's go to Twitch.
Okay.
And we're going to raid and let's see who's on. So we have Robbie Tech, Paleontologizing, Maker Deck. We have Astro Canuck. We have Chris Perillo. Does anybody have any preference? Astro Canuck is probably doing some live observing of the night sky. Chris is talking about Star Wars stuff, as always. What do you think, guys? Any preferences? The 11 people at her salon. I think we might go over to Tom in Astro Canuck because he's probably looking at the night sky doing live astrophotography.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
So let's go over to him and say hi to Tom. Tom's a good guy. He's in Canada, but he does. Is he? Is he doing that right now? No, he's probably working on something else. But he's always talking about astronomy and stuff because that's what he does.
Right.
Live viewing astronomy. So, guys, thank you again for hanging out. I will see you next Tuesday. Rested this time, not half asleep like I am today.
Yeah.
And I'll be on Jerry's stream on the weekend, and I'll probably be over on Tim's stream when he does his stream on Sunday night. And I will see you around, guys. Thank you, and have a good one. Take care.
See you, Liam. Talk to you later.
Yeah. Let's see if we get everybody lined up. Take care, Tim. Okay, ready to raid. Raid now. And we are over. Take care, Tim Higgins.